I mean. All right. Now, oh no. There we go. There we go. Okay, I transitioned it correctly. I did it. I did. Oh, I didn't change screens though. Dumbass. There we go. Aha! We are live! Woohoo!
What's up, gamers?
Hi, people. This is going to be an awkward stream because none of us, I'm not even drunk yet, and I'm slurring. None of us have done this in, what, a year, basically? No. Maybe?
I mean, I'm pretty good at saying complete nonsense. Nobody's gonna know.
That's true. They're not going to know the difference. But yeah, I guess we could do a round of quick introductions to everyone that is on here. So you can put little speaking people with who is talking. So me, Sysaa, I have been around for forever, and yeah, that's good enough. So who wants to go next?
Pietre. I'm just a friendly guy who makes coffee and just keeps winding up in situations. Like this one, for example.
Undisputed, most handsome Minotaur, Sapiens.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I am
Well,
Maeve
to
is
be fair,
terrible.
the competition's dead, so you're pretty well set there.
I don't know. There's a couple of other minotaurs, but
Sure, but like consider how it's wiser to simp for Bulrok because he will come to your house and beat you to death if you try telling him otherwise. You have an opinion? No, you don't, baby. You got it from the grave.
all right. I'm being told that you all are kind of quiet, so I'm gonna go fix your audio real quick. Um,
Okay.
but Maeve said hi.
Hi, babe.
Quietly from the corner with my snakes.
Hello.
And then we have Ted.
Hello,
Ugh.
hello. Yeah, where's Whirran? And most of the reason I'm here is to give him a hard time. He's not even in here.
I
On
know.
his honk shoe grind. I don't know, man. Oh, family emergency. Okay, well,
Oh, that's
take your
important.
time, bro.
Wow.
Seriously.
Your time.
Wow, do you feel
Uh,
bad? You feel bad
I
now,
guess
Ted?
Ted has to leave now.
no, that's Whirran having a family emergency.
Right, he said he was only here
Oh shit!
for Whirran.
You killed him!
Such is my power.
That is your
No!
power.
Behold.
Okay. Well, we can still do this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Who is Ina Morata? Oh, that's Maeve.
That's Maeve. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm dumb and a little drunk.
It's okay.
It's all right. We'll get familiar with each other. It'll be fine.
True.
That is very true. We're gonna get probably cozy. You know. Oh no, wait. I shouldn't make this awkward yet. I'm not even drinking yet.
I
I can
am.
do that sans booze.
Listen, it's real easy
This
to play the
true.
make it awkward game. All you gotta do
Right.
is eat a salad with your bare hands.
Ugh. Ugh.
There you go. That's your
I just
icebreaker.
cringed. Oh my god.
That sets a picture in my mind of just a wild beast just shuffling it in. And I really should turn down my microphone. There we go.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help in these trying times.
It's like a visceral reaction I didn't realize I was going to have to
I
that
can make it worse.
image.
Please make it worse. Come on, let's do this.
Curious.
Oh, are
Do
you
your
sure?
worst.
Okay, so
Go for it.
a game I like to play with my older brothers is Make It Creepy, where you take a normal activity and you figure out how to make it just as unsettling as possible. So my favorite example is eating a salad, but you're doing it with bare hands. And you are licking off the dressing while giving eye contact, but not in a sexy way. We're talking in a social dominion way. Oh, maybe a little to do with another notch or two.
Yep.
Apparently, Watson wants you to turn it up so he can hear this atrocity better.
Okay. And that's fine. I mean, Watson, I know you're a little weird, so it makes sense.
So
Okay,
yeah,
but in
how
high
to make it
school, I had a friend who
yeah.
would eat things with her hands, and she was very hands-on, and she would eat things with sauces,
Okay.
and she would pause and like very dramatically just start licking her fingers. And she looked like a little raccoon or something, and it grossed me out. So that's there. She would
Oh
look
my
at you while she
god.
was doing it,
Oh
and it
Yeah.
wasn't a
Okay.
sensual way, just kind of a vacant, I'm cleaning my fingers like an animal sort of way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like,
there's that.
if you're the thing is
That's very
like
real to me.
exactly, then you understand what I mean by make it creepy
Yes,
because oh,
it
oh.
was.
The
Oh,
thing
Ugh.
is, like, from a teenager, I would assume that is a completely doing a bit for attention.
No,
Say, if
she was
it's
kind of
just,
off.
I'm about to say that
huh?
just sounds that could be both. It could be that they're just off a little bit. Could also be they want attention. Kind of varies.
Yeah, like, if somebody's
Yeah.
doing this unprompted in a restaurant, you know that you have to leave now. You
And she
gotta
would even
leave
go
now.
so
You're
far as
like,
to like
I need the check.
you get like the licky
Pack it
sounds,
up, boys. Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Like that.
Yeah.
Get
Ugh.
some do some what's his name from the movie? I can't think of it. My brain is shit now that I'm 40. I can't think of anything what I want to think of it.
Yeah.
The one that with a nice Chianti. I can't think of his name though.
Oh, Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, Hannibal. Do that sound right that.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins, although it's kind of sensual when he does it.
That
You
is
know,
true.
It
It is a
is,
little
like-
bit.
But he's also he has this charisma, right? This
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat you, but I'm probably gonna eat you. Clarice.
pinning this message.
Clarice.
Pinning this.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. My brain is shit. That's me, 2024. Fuck yeah.
Here we go. Buckle up.
I wonder if it's just gonna make me
Love
funny to
buttercup.
see that. I wonder if I still have the swear jar somewhere. Probably. Let me see.
I don't know.
If there's gonna
My
be a
No.
only purpose here
jar?
is
Darn.
nature's finest jester. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know how a Twitch stream works. I'm just here.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I remember it from from before. We made a swear jar just because of the fact of how many times I say fuck. It's ridiculous. That's also why there's the emoji for that fucks.
I'm going in jail.
I'm going to. I really am.
Gonna go to jail. I am not doing Flint Yard while I'm drunk. No.
You know, I haven't even
Oh.
done it. I have not done it. I don't have friends
Do Flint Yard dunk on Nexus.
on Nexus.
Go
Yes.
to hell and take your shoes with you. No. Like, I only survived it because I was with good teachers. I've done it once, and I think I could do it again, but not without them because I don't remember how anything functions aside from go over here and don't die. Like, no thanks. Nah.
Nah.
That 3-hour run is nothing compared to the first time I did Stooges. Like,
Oh.
whenever you guys first released it.
Oh
God.
my god.
Good times. It reminded me of like doing a 5-man in Burning Crusade or something. I was like, it's really not that hard, guys. Come on.
I can't even remember if I've done any of them when they first came out. I feel like I did the same thing I usually do when I'm not progressively doing like raiding in WoW. And I just say, okay, I'll let all the people figure it out and then I'll go do it because then it's going to be easy. I am that kind of lazy.
On my part, I have no idea how difficult things are supposed to be, and I'm very bad at lateral thinking in that capacity. So it's like, I am going to be a liability until somebody tells me what to do.
That
I
makes
know
sense.
this.
You accept it. You embrace it.
Listen, you gotta be real with yourself, and if that involves looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you, baby, you are dumb. Not in all ways,
Yeah.
but in this way. Then you're being more helpful than pretending you're not dumb.
Embrace a bimbo today.
Exactly.
So if I keep
Especially
saying
yourself.
that my brain is shit, I'm really helping everyone to let them know that in advance of the rest of this conversation.
You could also be
sort
making
of,
it a
there is
self-fulfilling
diminishing
prophecy.
returns. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay.
You go.
No, you go. You have it now.
There is diminishing returns if you keep saying your brain is shit, but you're not doing anything to improve it. Then, boy howdy, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and people are not going to hang out with you.
Yes.
Hmm.
We were just saying the same thing.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, you two are like right. Your brains are synced. It's beautiful.
Oh shit.
Be scared.
Oh God, what is this in
Uh-oh.
chat? Let's see. Remember years ago when I made Flint Blair's Lair and you commended the Stooges for being a non-combat encounter and said we should do more? If you end up doing backyard, just remember you asked for this.
I will not do backyard.
It's
That
actually
looks like
not
hell.
that bad when you got a good homie with you.
Mm.
So
Not
you're
got
saying
good
I'm.
homies with you.
I was gonna say you're saying I'm screwed, right?
I'm saying that you should go out and make some friends, nerd.
I really should.
Yeah.
I don't make any friends I feel like going doing dungeons with.
Imagine having to be social in the social game. Like, people roast me to hell for having a cloaking gem, but I'm like, listen, I still go out and do things.
You need to hide from the stalkers.
Exactly.
Sometimes people will come to my location and start talking to me, and I can't be living like that.
Hello, Warren.
Yeah, speaking of hiding from the stalkers, where do I hide from Maeve?
I don't know
You
how to
hide
break
nowhere.
this to you, but
You
she's
can't
in
hide.
the chat with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, friend.
Throw a blanket over your head and hope for the best.
Mm,
Masquerade
sorry,
as a snake.
sorry, I'm
You'll
late.
just blend in.
That's okay. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are the dogs okay?
Yes, the dogs are fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
care for the rest of your family, but those are the ones I care about the most.
It's one of my uncles. He's very old and grouchy at the moment. He does
Yes.
not like hospitals.
I hate
Can't really
that.
blame them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is can't
I
really
mean,
blame him.
Yeah,
But still.
yeah. It's interesting. It's a situation.
I'm gonna commit a cardinal sin and tag Ted Rundai, but since this is the Grey Accords and not the official Discord, maybe I won't be murdered for contacting him.
No,
That's
tag him. I used to do
I
it
did,
to
I did.
what's his name?
I-
Other people. See, I
I'm
can't think
just
of things.
immensely shy, so it's like, hey, don't talk to the slutty. You got it, buddy. I will never say a damn thing.
Set up a
Yeah.
pentagram. There's a way you can
You're
summon
lying.
him.
Disgusting.
More like
I
covering
don't-
my
I
eyes
don't
and
mind
hitting
being
the
tagged.
enter button on a message.
He's here.
Everybody hide.
I like how you have to wait. He's here.
He's here.
I
We're
am
Don't
here.
make
I
me
wasn't allowed to be here without you, Warren.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I know.
He said, "Oh, Whirran's not here," and dipped right out.
he really did.
I'm the
Yeah.
life of the party.
You are the life of the party. You're amazing. Isn't it just true?
And now I'm off probation.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. You've been a lot of fun to have in the city, so I look forward to you actually getting to do Dr. Science Ogre stuff.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Gonna be a patient dead like every day. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's on you. We have a leaderboard that tells you when you fucked up, and the entire world will know when you fucked up, and then everybody will get in your tells and go,
I just envision like the patient waiting for the doctor assigned to their case, right? And they're waiting, and there's the curtain, and then in pops Whirran. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
It's
word
like-
has spread. Doctor Doom or
The
something.
doctors you don't want.
Never mind, I'll die.
I can
How many
tell
times the
people in
patients
Delft
keep
that
telling
he's
you?
here to check out what your earache is for.
Some
Oh,
days
God.
Eileen will just be like, nobody's died in a while.
And
It's been 40 weeks since somebody died in the hospital, and I am looking forward to you breaking that record because it makes Isolt's day every time they see that death site. It's like, yes!
Cause of death, they stubbed their toe. Somehow
really
they
Like
died
Lara
in
Croft
Warren's
in the
care.
original Tomb Raider. Like,
I really like looking at the Alina showed me like the charts and stuff, and they come in, they're like my medical history includes head loss, and I'm
Yeah.
allergic to life, air, and
the,
death.
the hospital. It's amazing. It's so funny. It's like I'm allergic to air and children. Like,
Yeah. How did you get here?
Like,
Having the spines reach. This sounds like fun.
It
oh my god,
does.
it is a blast. You actually do have to work for it a little bit. You have to attend classes, take quizzes like in the Epicurean, and all of that. So they don't just let any schmuck be a physician.
I mean, if they let Rihrin do it.
Listen,
Hey,
Yeah.
I passed
It is
medical
work.
school.
How did he pass his boards? How?
How?
Elaine did it for him, didn't she?
She did.
No, I
She
actually
masqueraded.
found out. I actually found out that I got better grades in medical school than Aline did.
yeah, I bet you did.
She messed up on how to empty bedpans.
Everybody does, except for me.
Yep,
'Cause I used to work.
I didn't mess up either.
No, I used to work as a DCS, so I know about this entire process. It's like, oh, I've worked with human being bodies before. I know how this works.
I like this person's answer better. Blackmail. That's how the scores are better. Absolutely.
Oh,
Black
hell
man.
yeah. She would. She'd just go in there like, I made a new medicine. What does it do? Kill them. You know, they can't be sick if they're dead.
Exactly.
Aline does that? Or, sorry.
I don't think there's actually a mechanism which allows you to do that, but it's on brand, right?
Oh, yeah. Aline would totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's super funny. It's been great to have these two in our city, and I'm really glad to have them.
Me and
Yeah.
Aline went on a little adventure this morning, and
Yeah.
Oh god.
we
Oh,
went.
boy.
We went to a guild hall. That I'm not gonna mention, but we were like looking around and just kind of like just kind of like mean girling everything. And she went through there was a medical cabinet there. She was like, their medical cabinet is shit, and just started comparing it to Spine's Reach.
Considering where it was, I'm not gonna spoil it, but duh. Duh.
It's
What
like,
did you expect?
sounds like it would be in a stable or something just by that description because you're talking about shit.
Pretty close. Yeah, pretty
Huh.
close.
See?
No, I mean, shit was just a descriptor. There wasn't actual shit.
Do you know though? Do you know? Think about it.
There might be.
I
Maybe
was
there
there.
was,
I mean, you were there, and I could make a really bad joke. I'm gonna stop myself there.
I mean, I'm definitely curious now, but that's definitely find out in
This
game
game's not gonna
territory
be
if I ever
nearly fun
do.
if we stop bad.
Boig.
What's that, Bulrok?
He's calling me out for stopping my joke before I actually said it.
No, say it. Say the joke.
Oh, I was just gonna say he would know about shit because he is shit. But I've known him for years, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression. This is just a friendly jab at him. It's friendly.
No, it's fine. Drag him. Do it.
Your sparkly unicorn shit.
I'm not gonna just
me?
drag
Well,
him.
that's
Also-
the kind you could be.
The only thing that's hurtful
I've
about
also
this is
known
how
him for
big-
years, and I'll confirm this.
Thank you.
Wait,
Yes.
hold the fuck up.
I'm vindicated by another really old person.
I haven't, so I'm the one who has no skin in this game.
I don't know who Tedunai is. I've never talked to this person before in my life.
Oh, he's just some guy.
Just some
Stalker
weirdo.
alert.
Some random.
He's obsessed with your horns.
He just
Some
hangs
random-
out.
Does this guy even play, Aetolia?
I don't.
He is the Big Lebowski of this game. He's just there in a bathrobe and saying like, "That's just your opinion, man."
That does sound
No,
like
don't
him,
worry,
actually.
if you get Wilk going, he'll tell you about the one time he managed to kill my mortal.
The
I wanna
one
hear about
time.
this.
Oh god.
Come on, tell it.
Tell me.
Well, I was just smarter than him, really.
Oh wow!
So
Damn.
humble.
That's it. Okay.
Anytime your excuse for losing a fight is I don't know how mechanics work, you just lost twice.
Ooh.
I mean, that's valid.
No.
But we need more in the story. Come on.
Yeah, there's gotta be some meat.
I
Set
lured
the
him away
scene.
from his. It was mirror prey versus prey, and I lured him away from his minion, and he never called it back.
Oh.
So I had like the advantage through and through.
You see, the difference is I've killed him so many times I don't remember any individual session.
Details.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Considered
Okay.
opinion,
Ted is
we
just
got
out here
that.
like, for me it was a Tuesday.
I mean-
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
The funny part of this whole little rivalry here is how many times he's managed to not kill me as an immortal.
Ouch.
There was
Okay, that one's fair.
my favorite is he sent a I don't even know how to say the word, a simulacrum after me.
Simulacrum?
I think
Yeah,
it's
one of those.
simulacrum. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know.
Well, he sent one of those after me to zap me. I guess somebody Ninelaus had they'd earned a favor from Iosin, and their favor request was just for Iosin to kill Bulrok, or not Bulrok, but Draymond. And so Ted tried to be creative with it and sent an NPC after me to kill me. But I was inside a training room, so the NPC just like beheaded me like 15 times in a row, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll leave this area so it can kill me finally.
They were Draymond.
Man, I forgot about Draymond.
Can't forget about Dre.
Always forget about Dre. It's been so long.
Never knew him.
Me
Good.
neither.
Good.
Is this somebody who, like, we gotta point at like an object of ridicule?
No.
Probably.
It was Bulrok without the fun part.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty boring.
exactly.
3 score and 2 completed bracers ago.
Oh, let's not start making the retire jokes. Okay, that's not fair.
There
Oh,
it is.
Inside of the Discord chat, Bree is asking Whirran if everything is okay. Do you mind if I just type in like everything's cool
Oh,
in there
here,
for you?
I'll get her. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want people worrying about you too much. Like, I'm glad they
Let them
care,
worry.
but also sitting in suspense is like, ugh.
Maeve is showing her true colors here already.
what
Let
you
them
talking
worry.
about? Yes. Wow, you sounded like Yzma.
I channel Yzma a lot.
I like that.
Thank you. That and
Oh.
Edna mode. Definitely.
Can you do pull the lever, Kronk?
I don't know that I can do it well enough. No.
Dang
I'm
it.
trying to see if I can. No,
I wish
I
I
can't
could.
even hear it in my head right now. I would have to like listen to the audio and try it, but
Yeah.
not gonna do that right now.
I'm told I do a decent Lady Dimitrescu, but this was a comment on TikTok, so I don't know if that's actually accurate.
I'm gonna sound stupid. Who?
Big vampire lady from Resident Evil 8.
Oh, the one with the big boobs that everyone's like, ooh, about? Is that
Mommy?
one? Mommy? Yeah. Mommy dummy?
Please don't
Yeah.
talk about my mom like that.
Listen, she's gorgeous, but I cosplay Carl Heisenberg, her terrible hobo Magneto brother.
You can pull it off, right?
I can, actually. I
Yeah.
got a good enough prosthetic mustache and beard and stubble that people could not tell that I'm this dainty-voiced baby-face creature until I actually opened my yap. So that's a big W for gender that day.
Honestly, I thought that you had just grown a beard. I really
No,
did. I did
I
not know
really
it's fake.
cultivated- No, I've never had quite that skill, what with the lack of testosterone and all.
True.
But I knew I'd look good in one.
Oh, wow, it looked pretty convincing.
Thank you. Listen, the maker made a really good fucking beard, so if you ever want to have a fake mustache made, I can direct you to the Etsy.
I think Bull needs it because he can't grow any facial hair.
Whoa.
Wow,
Watch
don't call
it.
him out like this. Like, send me a DM, I'm not gonna judge you.
I'm just saying. That's all.
Hurtful.
It's not hurtful. You don't even try to grow anything.
Grow that beard, Bull.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
I've been working on it, and then Alina and I started dating, and I was like, I'm getting somewhere, and then she's like, yeah, I hate beards. I was like, oh, okay, well, I was just starting to,
Rest in peace, bro.
we were just getting there, you know? I was like, oh, alright.
Yeah, my husband tried to grow a beard at one point because he thought it would be cool. We were in our 20s. And he discovered very quickly it was just going to be straight on neck beard. There was no beard, it was just neck scruff everywhere. And it looked so terrible because it was half brown, half red. It did not last. It got too itchy, thankfully. I was like, oh, thank God. I love him. Bless him. I've been with him for like 20 some years now, whatever it is. But that beard. Some people can do it. He was not one of those people.
Beards aren't for everybody. It's
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly. It's okay. All right. Well, we've been sitting here talking for like 30 minutes. Do we actually want to talk about game stuff?
Fine.
I mean, we don't really. I give no fucks that what we talk about. We're
I don't
here to
know, I
hang
think
out.
we should actually probably do something relevant about it because of our darling listeners sitting here waiting for us patiently. Oh, Hailra's here. Hello.
Hello. All right then.
Wow.
What was that?
That's me screaming into the microphone like some kind of horrible goblin.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So 2023, since we're, New Year's Eve, let's talk, what we did last year, what we're looking at for this year, et cetera, et cetera. So 2023 recap. I originally thought we could start with mirror classes and just kind of see how people are feeling about them. Are we feeling anything else needs to be done?
They are fucking awesome.
Yes, they are.
I am thankful that is over and we can move on to like genuinely new classes. Personally,
I'm the same there. Like I'm excited. I liked all the new classes. I like Voidseer especially. Like the flair of it, mwah, beautiful. But I am so glad it's done. So yeah, they can develop something new and different, and not hopefully just steal from Empyrean. Thankfully, I think most of those classes are kind of crosses with our existing ones, so they shouldn't. And I'm teasing, I promise. Don't take me seriously.
I was gonna say I actually love that. I was like, Empyrean was the first IRE I played, and having Predator, I was like, hell yeah.
Oh no.
Honestly, I wanted War Dancer, but
Yeah, it's like Empyrean. I did Aetolia, I did Aetolia, and I did a long stint in Empyrean, and then I came back to Aetolia. So I loved Predator. I love they brought it over, and War Dancer actually would be pretty amazing to see, but some of the others I'm just like, we don't really need too many more. I'd like to see something from our lore that kind of is developed and just brand new, something I haven't had before.
yeah. And a lot of them wouldn't
the
work
outright
anyway.
mechanics over here, but not the outright itself.
Yeah.
I think the one thing. Okay, well, this is digging a little deep into it, but I think Outrider in Aetolia would be wild since it's like self-tracking. Like the Venoms advance themselves. You don't have to like track.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Be
Outrider.
amazing, so I don't have to think more than 5 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
What was
Outrider, you just like stab.
I already don't know anything. Imagine if I didn't have to know more something.
Well, I'm
like-
pretty glad that the mirrors are complete, but as far as like moving on to new classes and everything, like I mean, mechanics are one thing, but like I think waiting for like legitimate new classes, like we're still like this is the most content that we've seen pushed out, like just from the classes, not from the stories and everything else, but like the amount of classes that have been released since the Mirror Project started, like that's an unprecedented amount of content push in Aetolia.
True.
Just from that alone. So like moving back to like single classes and all, like it's good that we're about to slow it down because we weren't technically introducing new mechanics with these classes. But at the same time, like I don't think we're gonna see 4 new classes a year.
No,
That'd be
No.
a little insane.
that would be ridiculous.
I don't think we are either, but I also think that's a good thing because it means that the developers are not under the same kind of pressure that they would have been to make sure that every guild or organization has their mirror and feels special and cared about and all of that, so that they can actually put a little more time and thought into releasing classes that are really more unique and thought out, and they can actually have a little bit of fun without just adapting old skills and making sure that nobody feels neglected. So I think that this is a relief not just for the players, but also for the administration, because then they can actually get a little silly with what they're doing. They can get a little creative.
I agree.
I think it's important to note too that even with all the mirror classes that came out, I think all of them hit the mark pretty well, except like two, which is very like I'd say that's like a complete success if you only really like miss the mark on two of them out of every single mirror class. Like I don't think Alchemist and I don't think Bloodborne hit quite the note that people wanted, and you
We
don't
don't
see
talk
them
about Bloodborne.
played very much.
Yeah, we don't talk about throw up vampires.
Yeah. No, I kind of like really agree with that, and I don't even really necessarily think that they like missed the mark. It's more, cause like, I think Alchemist is very fitting in Spine's Reach, though I don't personally like. I don't like it whenever I'm rolling as Alchemist as Bulrok, and you know, very few people dislike or very few people like Bloodborne, but it's just yeah, I think it's just like personal preference. Like I think there's always gonna be. I don't think the class should appeal to everyone all the time.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I think Alchemist is very cool in its Steam. I think Bloodborne is very cool in its Steam. I think that I do a lot of mental gymnastics to make them fit for Bulrok. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that's part of the charm of it, honestly. Not all classes should be part of a character, but all of them have good traits in their own setting.
Correct.
So like
Yeah.
doing the mental gymnastics is like, I want to play around with this and I don't want to roll a new alt. So we're going to work with it and we're going to adapt some part of our character's personality and we're going to do some soul searching, which is awesome.
How I gave Bloodborne up immediately. I was like, no, we're not doing this.
I remember that. I remember the brief period of May of Bloodborne.
If it
Yes,
doesn't
it was
fit,
very,
then
very
like
cute.
that's also something that I like encouraging people, especially newbies, about when they're like, what if I make the wrong choice? And I'm like, one, you kind of can't. Number two, you can always change your mind. It's okay. It's okay to just stop doing things that don't make you happy. You're not gonna play the game, be happy.
Someone who plays it really well is Asvimeth. I think that's how you say his name. Or Apple, as most people know him. Little imp guy in Bloodlock. He's
Oh,
I can say his
Apple.
actual name is just Apple.
he's just
Apple.
Apple. Yeah.
Apple is adorable.
Trying to spell Apple
Oh,
and
I had to like mouth that out and try to figure out the letters. The gen's already hitting. Okay, so Apple is his name. Got it.
his nickname, right?
Okay.
I actually love Bloodborne as well. Like, I really liked how Bloodborne was written and how like visceral it was. I just couldn't play
Oh,
as
yeah.
Whirran.
Yeah.
Like that it didn't work for Whirran. Like like the guy who's always in a very like stark, crisply pressed uniform is not going to like vomit on
With
stuff.
awesome
That
socks.
is the same reason Pietre won't do it. He's like, excuse me, those are my body juices. I'm not giving them to you.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, which was sad because I like
I-
Ascendral and I do like Bloodborne, but
I have to clean my uniform every time. Ugh.
yeah.
I don't
little
know.
something there on your chin.
I mean, if you role played it out correctly, maybe you could just have really good like throat skills and organ skills, and you aim it so well you don't get dirty.
So this is a PG-13 game. I can't do that.
I mean,
I
why?
thought about doing it when he started his like emo phase.
I'm sorry.
Shake
This will
everywhere.
be puke Whirran.
Overcome with emotion.
Ugh, the throat
Yeah,
goat.
like Pitch
I'm
Perfect.
just. I'm gonna pin that one now too because I'm sorry. That's too good.
Too good. Thank you.
The throat goat, yes. Beautiful. Oh, well, I'm
You're
gonna
right, Watson. You're right.
wait. Whirran must have great throat skills with all the trumpet playing. That's true.
Yeah.
He's just out here busting out feels so good.
Yeah, he hasn't played his trumpet since the end of the Monomatch though.
He
Womp
hasn't.
womp.
I remember when he
Do
was
I need to
presented
find
that
an
thing.
emo
I was
song with
there.
trumpet in it to like encourage Warren
Oh.
to get
He
new
he needs
inspiration?
to get he needs like a trombone now. He'll only play like sad trombone.
Let's get him a French horn.
I think he needs a xylophone.
Maybe a violin, the world's like tiniest.
Yes.
Violin would be perfect.
The
Yeah.
world's tiniest violin.
Yes. That would fit a whole lot better. He doesn't need to be, too loud. Just play it very pitifully when he's killing, after he kills somebody. Do, 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 just get the song
Yeah.
out.
Maybe it has
You
like
should
variants named in
only
really small
Oblivion
letters.
as a bard with a violin.
And wear black eyeliner.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
people
mean,
actually keep
embrace it.
Minipet delivering me like eyeliner.
listen, Pietre wears coal. He could definitely share.
Or there's been a rumor for forever that they want, in the game a cosmetology kind of skill set. So maybe you can have your emo phase eventually.
I want a cosmetology thing. I've done manicures in game. Let me have this. Give me the nail polish. Let me be the prettiest boy.
I don't want it, but I'll receive it.
Sure.
I wouldn't want to role play manicures, but it sounds like fun to get one.
It can be quite intimate.
I enjoy how some people role play death and applying death. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And some people are just like, here, slap this on, and others actually, like Lenorial, when she made one for Maeve, she role played out a scene, and of course she hates Maeve, but she agreed to do this for her, so that was fun.
Angry Daphne.
Yes.
Yes.
And she was like, she role played it out as she was so prideful in her skill that she couldn't mess it up on purpose, right? But she also hated Maeve, so she was like torn through the whole thing, and that was a lot of fun.
That's
Nice and
cute.
juicy.
I feel personally attacked here. Like, is this passive aggressiveness? Because I literally just wore my death and went on about my day.
You did. That was a choice.
Damn.
All right. Called
I've never
out.
figured this out. Are those like the I want to say the toy tattoos, but you know what I mean?
No,
are
they're
those
like
tattoos?
henna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what henna is, though, right?
Thank you for checking. I was wondering. I'm like, does he know what henna is even?
It's like, I know some
We're
people
waiting.
don't. He's
Right.
pretty sure he said yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I haven't made any dots yet, but I feel like I should.
Dots are fun. I haven't done them on this character, but I had done a bunch on Rihrin because Rue, not ROU, but ROUX, was very big on them. So I had done a few. They're a lot of fun.
Roots.
They are.
It's Rue.
Learning how to live.
I know it's Rue, but it's also gonna be Rooks.
It is. I should use that to differentiate. Hello, Jin.
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, big reveal. I have owned up to being Sissa's secret Santa because she mentioned that the gin was completely kicking her ass, and I was like, oh shit, I thought you liked gin cocktails. And she was like, I've
Whoops.
never had it before. I usually have rum, and I'm like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, I explained to Bull as we were sitting there together that how I made the drink, and I tasted it, and I'm like, I had put in some gin in there, tasted it, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't taste boozy like rum usually does. So I guess it didn't add enough. So I went and added more, and I tasted it again. I'm like, it's still not boozy.
No.
But I didn't add any more. I just said, fuck it, I'll bring it to my desk. And then when I sat down, I started to feel, I'm like, oh, I fucked myself. But it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gin is a maximum self-loathing drink if you don't like juniper.
I don't know. I
really
don't
good right
like
now.
it.
If
Oh,
if
I
you
could go for
do,
a gin
it's
and
a
tonic.
marvelous wintertime, Yuletide, and summertime drink because it's nice and crisp and refreshing.
It is.
Wilk has me wanting an old fashioned now too, though.
That old fashioned
Yep.
did look good.
Well, you
Shit.
better go get one.
Speaking of, I just poured about 3 shots worth of fucking whiskey into this.
Nice. Yes. Embrace it.
That's the purpose.
whiskey
That's
do
the
you
point
got?
of all
wild.
this.
What's that?
What whiskey do you got?
I got Whistle Pig.
Mm,
Was that a good?
no, that's fine. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't
I'm
judge
not-
it
I'm not-
at
Whistle Pig,
all.
son.
I'm not gonna put you down. You know.
What do you have against Whistle Pig?
Allowed.
Do you know this is right? This was rated as one of like the top whiskeys of the fucking world.
Is it really?
Yes.
Do they
That's
actually
not how I'd
like?
rate it, but
The
it's
price
fine.
doubled. The price starting in like at the beginning of the year going towards now. Like this bottle, like it's still not like expensive whiskey, but like it went from being like a $30 bottle to like an $80 bottle.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say, I think last time I bought it was like 30 or 40 bucks. Yeah.
Didn't everything? Yeah, everything did get more expensive. It's true.
Everything
And
did.
it's only going to keep happening until we decapitate the entire ruling class. But for this
Mhm.
evening, we can at least joke about it. There's
That
an
doesn't
ad in
know
5
what's going-
minutes. Everybody get down.
Yeah, it keeps telling me. It gave me the option to snooze it like 3 times. I'm like, okay. Oh well, fuck. I'm out of snoozes. So there's gonna be an ad. That's the great thing about the fact that we got this channel to affiliate is now we have to deal with ads. Thank you, affiliate.
Okay. Oh,
Hi,
Hi.
Allie. You're not
Hi.
drunk. You need to have a drink.
no.
Yes.
No, it's okay. I poured way more whiskey than you think I needed. You can drink some of it.
Oh, okay. So you're taking Allie's drunkenness. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the
Gentlemen.
token sober person.
All right.
Also, I just watched really funny Game Grump shit, so
Nice.
I'm drunk in spirit because I just watched Daniel Avdan do some absolute shenanigans,
Nice.
and now I have to go be serious and gay.
Are you sure about that?
Hmm.
Are you sure about that?
You don't need to be
'Cause
serious.
I'm about to get myself another drink. I just had a massive rum and coke.
I'm glad you're having fun. I did have anxiety meds today. We're not gonna sabotage it.
Mine come at the end of the night. That's why I front loaded, baby.
Yeah, mine's in less than 2 hours. I'm gonna just give that a skip.
Oh, look at you caring about a schedule.
I have to, or they interact badly with themselves.
Well,
Fun.
yeah, me too. Me too. What's with these fireworks? Who's partying?
That's the countdown to Howling, which is in 15 minutes.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, they're trying to remind us, hey, you idiots, go make sure you get vouchers because shit's about to go down.
Oh God. I'm not buying more stockings though.
I'm not either. Like I thought about it. I was like, let me see. Do I want to do like just 5 more? But
You
I'm
guys
like,
know what would be hilarious?
what?
What?
If Whirran won nothing.
Oh no, I would feel so bad.
I feel so. He put
There's-
so much in there.
There's a decent chance that I win nothing.
Well,
I hate that for you.
okay.
I knew that going in though. Like,
Yeah,
If
same.
you're worried about winning nothing, then like I'm basically like I just wasted all these tickets. I should have just sold them.
Yeah, I have a question for Rihrin. How many and you may not have counted. Do you know how many you have in there? Because I counted earlier just because I was like, how stupid
it's
was I?
close to 900.
Oh, good God. You were like 3 times how many I have. Okay, I don't feel as bad then.
Yeah, it was either 800 and some or like 900. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm close to 300, I think. So, yeah, there's
like maybe 20. I
how
guess.
many? 20?
20.
That's still
I'm
plenty.
so
So
like
many
Charlie
art.
Listen, I'm out here like Charlie Bucket. If I get something, I get something.
We're going to have some
Look at
competition here.
Look at all these art.
Yeah, the arts
Oh.
are great.
Yeah, I added a few of yours, Pietre. I'm going to say it badly.
Honestly, just Just say Peter. It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
That's what it
Peter.
Pietre.
translates to anyway.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
I like to be perfect. That's all
Well,
it
it
is to
doesn't
it.
have to.
Okay.
I'm giving you explicit permission to call him Peter.
Okay.
You can just call me Allie.
That one I know. I can actually pronounce yours correctly. Just for some reason, my tongue hates
Yeah.
the other.
I'm the bastard who came in here with a romantic language and went, surely people will recognize French or Italian.
Well,
Like-
there's one of mine.
That is the whiniest noise I've ever heard.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You.
Let's get back. We were talking about mirror classes. We all agreed. Yay, done. Fantastic. I do feel like I have to give it justice as a call out before someone eventually listens to a recording. And I was like, you didn't call it out. Obviously, there's a few that we still need to figure out some additional things on with the missing of the mark. Big one is obviously around Akari, Duran, but I'm not going to get into that drama because
I think your stream would have been better if you just glossed over it. And
That's-
never
that's-
mentioned it
well,
ever.
well, that's me. That's me like glossing over. We're moving on. Does anyone else have something they want to say about the mirror classes before we just
Okay.
change
Okay,
it?
so hopping off of your concept here and also Bulrok saying let's gloss it over, we're going to gloss it over like this as well. If you have an opinion, go ahead and put it in the Discord, not in the
Ooh.
comments.
Yes, please.
There you go. Put it on main, say it with your chest.
Hi,
Yes.
Helra. I need to draw more Abigail pictures. She got so big.
Our
Okay.
favorite guild NPC is all growing up, and we have evidence of it, and we're so proud of her. It's like, oh, everybody's niece. Oh.
She's my favorite niece.
She's being such a good sissin.
She's being so good.
Yay! Does anybody else's guild have, like, NPCs that they have just come to adore?
Has anyone else adopted their NPC guildmates?
What
It's
the
not,
hell?
yeah.
it's not guild for me.
762? How?
It's not guild for me, but Whirran is like Knock. Knock is like Warren's little buddy.
Aww, I
yeah, Knock
love
is great.
Knock.
Not a
Yeah,
kobold.
she is all grown up. That's
He is a kobold.
Wait.
Yeah.
What is
She
it with
is.
what is it with the goddamn kobolds? The fucking kobold in the Carnifex. Like, wait, was it a kobold? The little, yeah, it is a kobold. It's the little dude from who was like made a big showing in the cold event.
Yeah,
That's
Cobalt.
so cute.
They're always the favorites. I'm gonna start murdering kobolds on principle now.
You would.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Anywho, since you asked, I'm in the Centauri. They had an NPC or two or three. They had, oh yes, there's not Kronk. It's which is ironic. It's something like that, like Conk or something. It's some little troll from when I had Rihrin. It's still in the guild hall. And then we had one from Ome's order, but I think it ended up moving to Enorian at some point. So I don't really think there's many in our guild that are really like precious in such a sense. They don't really get any activity. We don't have as much fun with our NPCs in Duran besides Senvent, and Senvent is a blessed soul. Praise be to her. She is infallible and amazing.
I tried to
I love our
teach
Bloodborne
Senvit-
chick. We have a
tried to
Bloodborne
teach
chick,
Senvit
and
about the gods.
she's a handmaiden, or was, of Belladonna.
cool.
And she has a smut book that she carries around and reads.
Thanks.
Based.
Wow.
Let me borrow that when you're done. She's like, okay, and she's never been done with it.
Aw.
Aw.
She's
I
Are
love
you
got
that
sure you
bathing
want to borrow it
attendant.
now?
Maybe it's a magic book that like updates.
Maybe.
With
that'd be the best porn ever. Just
I don't
saying.
know.
Would. Oh, wouldn't it?
New stories.
New stories, yeah.
It's the AO3 that automatically updates.
Yeah, she's got in-game archives of her own, and only her own. No one else gets to see.
Right?
yeah.
I like
It's
Helra.
cute when she does a little emote with it when she's reading it. I think it's adorable. So yeah, sort of. But otherwise, the Vampire Guild is not very cozy. Oh my God, we adore this. If we had some snakes in there, Maeve would
Oh
probably
my
enjoy them.
god.
We have
You
That's a
should.
great
Nice.
idea. I'm noting that down.
we have a total of like 4 NPCs in the entire guild hall, and
do?
all of them are lovely, and I love them.
We have 3 of them. What are you talking about? 4.
We have 4. We have the new one from the Executor.
Oh right.
Executor.
Like the Pokemon
I've-
Executor.
I've been watching a bunch of Pokemon challenge runs recently, so I have Pokemon on the brain.
That was perfect though. That's what I needed.
The other day, somebody was comparing collecting mini pets to
Hmm.
Pokemon collection, and honestly, yeah.
I mean, it
You're not
really
wrong.
was, especially when we had the racetracks and you would just go shove your mini pets in the racetracks. It was very much a Pokemon trying to like get the best stats and you know all that shit for the. There was rankings, right? If I remember right.
So,
Probably.
Speaking of Pokemon and and mini pets, Ted and I made Jen the coolest mini pet ever as an order item, and it was a mystified Umbreon. And if you wanna
Please
talk
give me
about-
Umbreon.
if you want to talk about retirement regret, like I'd give another 2 bracers to get the mini pet back, cause yeah,
Give me the Umbreon.
What?
Give me the Umbreon.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Forever.
I'm about to say, Ted, just you're good about reviving dead things. Why don't you revive that? And like, it'd be great.
Eevee is my
Nah.
favorite Pokemon, and Umbreon is my favorite evolution of Eevee. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7 plushes of Umbreon.
That's a lot of damn
gave them-
plushies.
I gave
That's
them one
not
their
all of my
stockings.
plushies. That's just my Umbreons.
That's why I got the Umbreon, because it's my favorite too.
Aw.
Yeah. Good choice. Good choice.
Okay. Think we're good on whatever we were talking about. Yeah, Jin. I actually am now a
don't
fan. I am a fan of Jin. This is fantastic.
I am so glad you actually like it because Jin can be so hit or miss, and I was like, I thought you already liked Jin because you already have those bomb ass cocktails you're always posting pictures of. As well, like perfect. Everybody likes infusion.
It's like I'm pretty sure there are some that have had gin in them, but most of them are definitely rum. Like I am
Oh.
just obsessed with rum, way much.
Rum
more than I
is
should.
delicious.
It is. It's so sugary, so sugary.
Demonic, you are so right, but I was gambling on giving gin infusion test tubes as a secret Santa.
Test tubes.
Well, that's what they were, yeah?
They basically are. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so
Anyway.
yeah, we're gonna move topics or try to.
You wanna move? I have a question for Maris.
Oh God.
Well, a question involving Maris. No, it's a simple one.
Mm,
Oh God, I need 4.
Go ahead.
No, it's just what's everyone's favorite mirror?
Oh,
Favorite-
favorite mirror.
I actually do not have any of them.
Well, you don't have to have one to like see one you think, okay, that's that slaps, as the young kids say.
Do they,
Executor.
though?
Yeah, just thematically.
Thematically.
I can't even
Executor.
remember what any of them are.
That was cool. But that's a unique one, isn't it? That's not a mirror.
So, like, I have an incredibly limited experience with them because I am playing an character. But I think Executor goes hard because it has Shadow Ink monsters that I'm allowed to customize.
I mean, you're
Tide
not.
Sage
That's
Tide
good.
Sage looks pretty cool. I really liked Terradrim on my original character, and I like Eldritch Sea monsters just kind of in general. So
Revenant is cool, also. That's in my top faves.
I don't understand it or know what it's doing. So
Killing you by stealing your shadow, ambient shadow, and using it as a weapon against you. And looking hot while doing it.
Well,
I mean,
that's the important part.
It
it's
is.
very colorful.
You get
Um,
to like shove your
Listen,
phantasms down someone's throat.
what's the point if you're not hot?
Exactly.
Incredibly hot. I don't need a mirror to be hot.
Neither do I, but it's important to fight while being hot.
Yes, that's what Predator's for.
Ugh.
I'm convinced.
Speaking of being hot, my favorite thematically is Ravager. Like
A Ravager
Oh,
is
yeah.
oh
very
yeah,
cool.
Ravager's fun.
Yeah.
I think Ravager's a better Carnifex thematically. Like it's just the class is pretty brutal and metal.
You
And
I
enslave
do
a soul.
find
Yeah.
I do find the concept of getting your physique graded hilarious.
We had a whole conversation about this the one day because people were judging physiques at Inner Gate, and it's literally like you either body up and down like a piece of meat, and then make them do like all these exercises, and I'm like, do you guys want to be like left alone, or
I don't know what
Time.
I don't remember which game it was, but there used to be like a mini game very similar to that when you would do training. Oh, no, I can't remember what it was. But there was like
It's-
literal training and you just watched them like you're eyeballing them the whole fucking time and it was random but hilarious.
I just
Considering
kind
all
of you first.
Considering all the wild shit that happens at the inner gate, yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
I just kind of imagine it as Johnny Bravo posing.
Yes. Urgh. Urgh. Can't
Wanna
see
watch
me, but I'm totally doing it.
Yeah. That's that complete with the noises. Exactly.
Urgh. Hey, baby.
That's just Bulrok.
Yeah. That is kind of how I imagine Bulrok.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he's only the second handsomest Minotaur.
Wow.
Hey, wait,
Okay.
really? Wow. Shots fired.
Um,
You hear that, Will?
Bruh, somebody
I'm-
just dropped every corpse.
okay. My favorite is actually Hailrus as well, Void Seer. I mean, I've played a bunch of the mirrors. I've had a lot of fun with all of them, but Void Seer, just I've been dreaming about it for probably over a year, maybe more, when I had Rihrin and was in the Centaurian trying to like get things going. So when that came around, I was just like, Void, yes. But I also still really wish we could be like Void nihilists and really just want the world to die and stuff. But that's a pipe dream that'll never happen.
Why?
Way to protect Dendara.
You can be the nihilist that you want to see in the world.
Well, my character can. Like, she is totally,
I dig it.
You only have Durrani nihilism. There is a sense that you could do it in Duran if you did it right. Because you basically live to die. You're like trying to make sure that Diarrhea does its thing and it's going to survive. So you just,
Duran became kind of metal.
yeah, it could
this
be.
last-
It could be. Oh, you're
I
saying
mean,
it's
They're
metal
the
now?
only ones who are nihilistic in this place.
I don't know how nihilistic they are these days, but then again, could be. Could go back to that. Anyway, that's besides the point. Who else didn't say which mirror class they liked?
I don't think I said mine. Mine is Tide Sage. Hands down.
Oh, we agree! Yay!
Yeah.
Tide Sage is really cool. I really like the Eldritch Horror aspect. Is just so cool, and I really liked Terradrim when I was maining it for hunting years and years and years ago. Before everything. I don't know what I mean by everything. I'm just kind of no one can see me, but I'm gesturing to my right.
Gesture to your right, gesture to your left. Like
3 hops this time.
that's what it feels like, exactly.
When I say everything, I mean that I was doing this 9 years ago, so that was a lifetime ago in game, and an entirely different character. Aaliyah's never been into Terradrim, but I really enjoyed it back then.
I was gonna say, would it be old Terradrim when they had like sand as an ability, or is it the more current kind of Terradrim, which has obviously changed?
It was immediately after they changed it
Okay, so I was
to
gonna.
have golems.
Okay, I was gonna wonder because there's nothing wrong with liking the super old one, but it was kind of janky.
Yeah, no, it was immediately after they changed it. I thought it was super cool. I wanted to try it. And it was super tanky. It was immediately after I had cured from vampirism. And I was pleased to have another tanky class where I could shunt off part of my damage to something else, and Archivist didn't exist yet, so Link wasn't a thing.
Friends, I don't mean to interrupt this wonderful conversation, but just in case you missed it, your stockings, any platinum you might have, are now filled. And
Mhm.
I will
Yeah.
have a look at that
Oh,
when
the
I am
wheel.
done doing milestones, and the monthly is Wheel of Fates.
Yes.
Any admins who are
Yes,
listening
starting
can
the new
kindly
year off with
delete Terraform and Earthcaller.
Raz, are
Because-
you listening to this stream? Because you're starting the year off with like perhaps the worst promo in existence.
Come on, Bulrok.
Hey,
Someone
hey,
was
hey.
talking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
It's over now. I'm done.
No,
Oh
I
my
was
god, I'm
listening.
so sorry. Please.
You'll never hear my reason why. Nope.
Please,
Amazing.
We're
please tell
talking about
me.
Earthcaller. Come on.
Please. Please.
Okay, fine. Anyway, I think that it's a very fair thing to have, if only because they have been working their asses off for the last forever. So it's okay if they want to take a little break.
Yeah.
It may be the worst thing for you, but you can also save up money this month and then invest in the huge ones so that all of our wallets can take a breather after the holiday.
This is not wrong. And I like this promo. It's actually usually one of my favorites. But I don't know. I'm trying to not spend money as much in 2024. So I may actually not promo. It'll be a miracle if I don't.
You say
Everybody
that,
get
but
ready to
wait
laugh at
till it
Whirran.
just bust out.
Oh, in a few minutes. So in a few minutes, we'll pay attention to what happens there when it actually happens. Let's not laugh at him.
If I suddenly vanish, just know that I went and like fell on a sharp rock or something.
Oh, is that what they're calling it these days?
Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah.
was commit toaster.
What?
Committing toaster.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
It's putting
I'll
a
tell
toaster
you.
in the bath. If I'm understanding correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is unaliving yourself with
People.
electrocution.
We got a people. Hello, a people.
A people.
Hello.
Hello.
It's
I heard
Gidgeon.
Ooh, a new
I got a-
voice.
That is a new
another
voice.
people.
It's quite a pleasant voice. That's
It
nice.
is.
Oh shucks! I come here and on this New Year's Eve, and you come to compliment me. Thank you very much. Hello.
I only speak the truth.
Hello. I'm not sure I know who you are.
That is not entirely surprising. Hi. I'm known as Mirin, but in Aetolia I'm known as Gethin. I am an Inorianite.
Oh, you should
Well,
come
that would
talk to me.
explain it.
Happily so.
Yay!
That would explain why I don't know you well, because, like, I just don't hang around there.
Yeah.
They get mad at me if I do.
Yeah.
know
So
that we do
rude.
definitely tends to hang around a lot of our own, at least in my experience. But I'm always excited to meet the greater Aetolia folk. And,
Well-
They don't.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
I
you go.
am a new little baby since after the creators Monomaki and also the Second War of Night. So for me, this has been a very interesting time to jump into the game as a complete newbie.
Oh boy, yeah, you're in the transition of, hey, maybe we don't have to hate each other so bad, so let's figure out what the fuck we're doing, kind of.
No, now we
think.
hate each other for different reasons.
Oh well, that's there
Oh,
too.
yeah,
It
but
depends.
that's just normal.
I mean, I've been very nice to all of the Inorianites that I now hang out with regularly. Personally, which is a surprising number of them.
We're on a break. I know they're heathens. I just don't know why at the moment.
I mean, no, I am the order head for several Inorianites now. It's very weird.
All right. So did you want to, my wonderful new friend, talk about what your favorite mirror class is, even though you're new. I don't know if you've played any of the mirror classes yet. Right?
Yes, actually, I would very much love to take this opportunity because I may have fibbed just a little bit. I am new to Aetolia in like the last 10 years, but way back when I was a proud Sisson when I was
Ooh.
probably far too young to be playing Aetolia.
Mm.
And the existence of Executor might be like my secret little pride and joy happiness, like happy bauble that I'm desperately holding on to since its release. I think that's like the sickest thing I've ever seen.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
so
absolutely
cool.
a fan of the Sisson, and seeing them get that fun little toy there is excellent.
Yeah.
Well, good. Okay. Right. So I'm starting to like really feel the gin. So this is just getting gradually worse as I take sips.
Would you like
Is that
help?
not the-
Would you like help guiding the conversation from the
Is that
token
not
sober
the
person?
purpose of it? Is that the point?
This is the point. Exactly. I just want to make sure if I'm like slightly hesitant as I'm trying to shift topics, you all know why. I probably don't even have to say it. You're just going to laugh at me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
just laugh. It's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, we're here for fun. We're not here for being clever or intelligent.
I mean, I'm trying to be as failing though.
I've never been, and I am done pretending. I am not going to be living a lie. I'm a dumb bitch, and I'm proud.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm joining you in that party. We're gonna have fun.
Thank you. You already said your brain is shit.
It did.
Join me in bimbo dumb. Like, get over here and be stupid and vacuous. It's fun.
I just need some good mascara and I'll be right there. I mean,
There you go. I
Yeah.
even found a video of testing which one is the best to cry in.
ooh,
Oh.
yes.
It's Jenna Marbles. She's always right.
Okay,
Love Jenna
World
Marbles.
Eater Saga, the Monomaki. That was a great transition, right? Yes.
That fucking
Yes.
ruled. That was so cool. That was so fun. I loved all of the sequences of it. Hell yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I showed up in the middle. I was very confused.
All right, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, who wants to give their hot take on what their favorite parts were? Because
Why did the puppy have to die?
which
puppy
puppy
had to
died?
die.
The puppy,
Petra.
the god. No, the god, the other
Oh,
god.
the
puppy.
fox thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lottery closes in 1 minute. Get your vouchers in, punks.
I don't have any.
Well, that's a you problem.
Yeah,
Make
I
more
know.
friends.
That's going to be our point of contention because that was like my favorite part. I was like, my God, finally won! Holy shit!
I know. I'm mostly being petulant rather than genuinely upset.
You
I
weren't even
wasn't-
there for the puppy.
I wasn't there. Just she was really fun to draw.
You had fun drawing her corpse.
I didn't draw
no.
her corpse. I drew her alive.
Yeah, that's a ghost.
I mean,
She looked like right before she was a corpse.
yes, there.
Yeah.
But then,
A corpse
no.
is a corpse, of course, of course.
But she was, if you don't draw her without part of her parts missing, then you're not quite doing it right before she died. You're doing it like way before? Like, does
Yeah.
that,
We don't know how many organs are in there.
this is true. But
Yeah.
didn't he like rip limbs off and shit? I don't
No,
remember.
He
Uh,
decapitated
he-
her.
basically hit
Decapitator.
her up to the back of a wagon and did that whole like chariot drag dealy do.
He did the thing from Troy,
Yeah.
I get that reference.
which that is a very fitting like rendition of the Mathis, I think. Like,
It's what he's very Roman coded. Like
He is.
we know. We know.
I'm not sipping water. Sorry, I'm going back in the chat. Someone told me that I should sip
Drink
water.
water. It's important.
I will
Drink
later
water,
after
drink
I
water,
have
drink
all the
water, bitch.
after
the
I
more
have-
you drink, the more you drink water while you're drinking gin, the less you'll hate yourself.
I
Especially,
mean,
like,
let's
listen,
Wherein?
let's be real with me. I had bariatric surgery, so I have half a stomach.
Oh,
So I'm
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm already going to regret how much I'm having, but that's why I'm going to embrace it, and then I will chug water afterwards. So we're good. I will have water later. I am enjoying
Well,
my high for as long as it will last, as it
that's
doesn't
the
last long.
spirit. I have timed my drunkenness against like the weights of my 2 medications so that everybody can get into a fight about the level of caffeine I have versus like antidepressants not liking
The
alcohol.
Yeah.
So everybody's in a fist fight inside of my chemical systems, and this is exactly where I can thrive.
It's a good plan. It's a very good plan.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to say this as somebody who doesn't really interact with you all that often,
Yeah.
Pietre, but I'm such a fan of how you phrase things.
Oh, thank you.
We're starting a Peter fan club over here.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
gosh.
absolute fist fight inside my medication. Yeah, the band name, hello?
I get to live with them. They just talk like this all the time.
Absolutely excellent.
Yeah,
Truly.
it's a delight. It's a delight and a surprise wrapped in like just someone kind of barging into my bedroom to say things and then leave with absolutely unconscionable and unaware utterly unconscionable unawareness of just how much they have impacted the rest of my day.
That statement hurt my head.
Yeah, they just they say these things and then they leave, and I am left reeling, and it impacts the rest of my day because I just have to keep turning the phrasing over in my head. Ink does
People-
this too. He doesn't live here, but he sends me things, and then I'm just like, you phrased that in a way that I'm going to be thinking about for the next 3 days.
Yeah, people tell me I say things and I'm like, I don't remember spilling this wisdom, but that sounds about right.
At least you get praised. My writing is so off because of the mix of like my dyslexia and just how I generally write things that people read stuff sometimes and like, what are you trying to say? Sorry, let me try to retype that for like the 3rd time because I already tried to fix it. So,
Oh,
Listen,
I do that to
you
myself.
yeah.
don't worry. Listen, don't worry. You have no idea what kind of dumbass typos that I am capable of generating. Like, even earlier today, I was like, "Moose my mon."
Well, I can read typo. Typo is not a problem. It's totally like the arranging of verbs that I absolutely have the worst time with. Oh no, so far Rihrin and I have not won a thing, and we are going to both be sad, aren't
I
we?
wanted the math. I wanted
How
the
do
damn
you
math.
how do you check the
I don't know. I'm just kind of
Lottery
scrolling up.
info 42 will tell you who
Hey,
won.
nice.
Yeah,
I
Udo
also
won
have.
something.
I
what did
also
the
have the.
Hey Whirran,
and
what did the mask do?
It let you do a fear effect that would passively make enemies leave your room.
Oh, cool.
Hoorah, motherfucker.
Yeah, all of these are really, or not all of them, but most of them are super old artists that we haven't seen.
Oh, I
anyone get in a
won.
while.
I won the Resolute Hammer.
Oh, nice!
Nice.
Very nice. It
You
got
won
something.
things!
Woo! Yay!
I actually managed to win something last year, so like, yeah, good for you. It feels good. It's like, oh damn, I actually beat the odds.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm proud of you. All of your gaming the system
Good
worked.
job.
Good job.
The sad
Rich
thing is,
job.
I would have given anything for the idol instead.
I mean, that idol is pretty fucking amazing. I just wanted the merchant's logbook, but that's obviously, you know, a pipe dream.
God, I would have loved that hammer just so I could walk around and say, this does not please me, and then blow something to shit.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
It would have been very fun, but it also would have been wasted on my nice, peaceful Pietre.
That's
It's like,
true.
no, this has a place in the world, even if it's ugly as shit. It reminds us of what good-looking stuff is.
Yes. Like Pietre.
He can
Oh,
use it
that's
to hunt
self-evident.
down the Whirran couches. Are there still more than one Whirran couch out there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I actually did like pay Shilkar the down payment, so I will eventually receive a different couch. I don't
Yeah,
know of
there are
who.
two. There are two couches in existence right now.
Okay, I'm
Right,
eventually going to
move on.
have one. I'm going to put it in my house. I don't know what it would call for, but here we are.
It's like I know there was one in Durin in like our training room for a bit, and what was it? Valerie blew it up or destroyed it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
behind the waterfall.
Yeah.
I walked in, and the couch was there, and I said something about like, oh, I hate these things, and Valerie, like the valiant best friend that she is, just instantly mushroomed it in front of me, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Aww.
And then you was like, I paid millions for it.
It's like,
You can get it back.
who
No,
needs a
Well, for
living
like
couch?
2 million gold.
It's gone forever. They were limited edition.
I meant the gold, not the couch. The couch is gone.
The
No more
couch is
couch.
gone. Where were we?
I don't know.
We were talking about
World Eater Saga.
The
The
Yes.
World Eater Saga. I like the new gods. The new gods are cool, but I miss my dad.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
like
used to be Severn's order head on the previous character I mentioned before. So I was inconsolably beside myself for a little while, and actually had to take a day off work. So like, well written, guys. Good job.
yeah, no, like both of us were crying in the house. We were done. We could not
Yeah.
function.
I,
Because,
I
like,
I had to take a day off of work for bereavement. I told my
He-
boss a friend of mine died.
Severn was a sullen bitch. He was very rarely giving any praise, which means that whenever he actually did, it was meaningful. He didn't just tell you things to make you feel good. Every once in a while, he'd go like, I like what you've done. Now do better. It's like, he's a stern father. Like, people are like, he's not very interactive. Yeah, no, he's tsundere. Relax.
Well, I think people need to
It's-
realize it's actually pretty freaking common for gods to not be that chatty with you and to be pretty much at beyond arm's length. They're not even at arm's length. They are
Yes,
beyond
Like,
that.
you can't expect them to be giving you all kinds of personal attention. They're gods. They're
Exactly.
in charge of, like, so many bigger things. It's not that they don't like you. Don't take it personally. They're busy.
They're busy. They have things
It's
going
like-
on.
It's like being mad when a celebrity doesn't subtweet you. Relax.
Exactly. So that does bother me sometimes. I'll be honest. When people are
You-
just like, but the god doesn't interact with me. I'm like, okay, you kind of got to get used to that. That's pretty much
That's how
just the
gods
norm.
work.
That's how gods work.
It's okay.
It's
It
okay.
doesn't mean you're wrong. In fact, I personally take it as assumption that I'm going okay if a god doesn't stop me.
That's a good way to look at it because if the gods,
Yeah, it's like
like,
if
yeah,
I send them a prayer and they don't give a shit, done. All's well.
yes, like if
Silence
it's,
is tacit approval.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Like if it's something they want to like actually answer, they'll take the time and answer.
Oh, we're on a wild ad break. They can't hear us.
Can they not hear us over the ad at all?
Can you hear us when we're on an ad break, guys?
I wonder about
Probably.
that.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that subscribers would be able to hear us through Papa Twitch, but those who are not subscribed would miss the rambling.
That is
I
good
mean,
to know.
I'm not a subscriber. I'm not even a resubscribe. I've never given money. Fools. They
Well,
can't
that's
hear
fine.
us. No.
Well, I mean, and I. It's
Okay,
like
we're back.
we're back. I was gonna say I don't mind that no one subscribes either. Like I don't ask for people to subscribe. The only time that if people do, next time that I have a show, I end up giving away like one of the promos.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say like the money goes back to you all. I don't take any of the actual money if you end up doing it. So if you do, just skip the ads, cool. If you don't, I give no fucks. Don't feel like you need to. I just was curious. I didn't know.
As I recall, it mostly just went to like the credit giveaways or whatever that you used to do.
Exactly.
So it's not even a big deal. Anyway, the bitching about gods we were doing is for the fact that like people getting mad and taking it personally when a god doesn't like personally respond to their message or ask or anything like that. It's like they're gods. They're busy. If they're not coming and killing you, you can take it as tacit approval that you're not fucking up. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
the
like,
fact that Tana Zelthus actually responds to me as often as she does is weird.
Yeah, like
It's wonderful. I love her for it, but it is weird.
on the
Yeah.
other hand, it like what Spirians have with Tan Exalthus and what her followers in other cities are going to wind up realizing is that it's really hard to have a crisis of faith when you can just walk up to the sleeping dragon who's right there. Like, you're not abandoned by your gods. She's right fucking there. She's
She's
taking a nap.
sleeping on the big pillow like a giant blue cat. She's over there.
She's just taking some long ass naps occasionally, but she's there. You can physically see her. That was the thing last time that she was inactive, like she didn't have a player. You could still see her sleeping regularly. Like, okay, so she's just chilling there. She's like the dragon that does the emerald dreaming from WoW, where she just needs to take very long naps occasionally. That's all.
Listen, she is hundreds of thousands of years old. If she wants to nap for like 6 years every so often, I get it.
Yeah,
That's
so, like,
fine.
Yeah, real girl bosses take a nap whenever they feel like it, really.
basically, yeah. And what are you gonna do? Argue?
I
Anyway,
like
like-
you. I need to like go find you in game and actually have a conversation. You have
Oh,
just cool.
you should.
I
It's very
should.
cool.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's really hard to have a crisis of faith when you can walk up to the god and say, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Would you say what the fuck to a god though? Would you fear for your life?
Depends
I
on the
would
god.
absolutely say it to Severn because it takes a lot to get that man to give a fuck.
That's
It's
true.
kind
And
of
he
the vibe that I've
understands
always
that
gotten,
Immortal
yeah.
is just going to make noises at him, and it will be ineffectual. Like, he had a constitution of stone for people talking shit. He didn't give a damn. It's like, yeah, I see that you're mad. You just go ahead and have your tantrum. Let me know when you're done.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll be here
Hearn
when
is
you
the
figure your
same.
shit out. Just let me know, and I'll get to you eventually.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
The dragon heart is really, really cool. How she got it is also really cool, and I am very much looking forward to when it starts to grow because she's going to become more dragon-like as time goes on.
And I'm going to get increasingly less heterosexual. So,
Uh,
I'm gonna go get myself a refill.
I'm about to say I just finished
Enjoy.
this, although I probably shouldn't have a second with how I'm feeling, but I might in a minute. I'm debating
Okay,
it.
so, Sysaa, hear me out. Double fisting. One is water, one is the fun drink.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like I have water. I have it right next to me. I just
Then
have
drink that and pace it out, baby.
I have
Drink half of it,
absolutely
and then go get another one.
I have absolutely no interest in my water. I'm sorry. You all have
Well,
no
yeah, you don't-
idea what it's
Maybe
like.
Listen,
make
it is
yourself
the-
something sweet that is not alcoholic, and then go get another one.
Water is the homework of drinks. Like you don't drink it necessarily because you enjoy it. It's like salads. Salad is the homework of food. You eat it because you need to.
I know all this, but
Uh,
yes, go
I've got a
ahead,
life
Bull.
hack. I've got a life hack for you.
You've got a what
that?
for me?
Life
Life
hack
hack.
time.
Okay, teach me.
If you put ice in your drink, you're drinking water while you drink your drink.
Oh fuck
Oh,
me.
shit.
No, I have been doing that. Like I had a ton of ice in here and it melted. So yes, I had a ton of water already built in. Yeah.
Alia gave me
Goddamn.
frozen fruit shapes for Christmas.
Demonic. Demonic,
No.
I have it on good authority that Ink has said bro, what the fuck, to Severn on multiple occasions.
Yeah, no, you
To his face.
you absolutely can curse out Severn, and he'll just be like, "Are you done being dramatic? Because I have
I
shit
love
to
that.
do." Like,
And I know that
love
on
that
at
man.
least one occasion it did result in something in the Sisson getting fixed.
Oh.
I love the idea of just swaggering right up to the artifice himself and saying, brother,
Oh, what the
fuck?
Honestly, I think he'd respect it a little bit because you're not busy bowing and scraping and go like, "Oh my god, he's gonna kick my ass." It's like, listen, I've had it with you and your ballyhoo.
No,
And he'd go like, "You got balls, and I respect that. I do have to kill you, but then I'll talk to you about it after."
I honestly.
Wish
He
granted.
didn't even die.
What a listen,
Chad.
Severn was a delight. He was great. He was a tsundere dad who made bad decisions, but like he also did us a lot of W's. So he's not a bad dude. He's just desperately trying to do his job. Anyway, I'm going to get myself another drink. I will be right back.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna get myself once they. Sorry, I'm using wrong
Oh,
pronouns.
thank you.
But once they are back, I will go and get myself a refill too. But go ahead, Geff John, I think it was.
Geffen, yeah,
Geffen.
Silent J. It's a weird one for sure.
Okay.
Okay. The
And then we should
But-
probably talk more about the Monomaki.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But the thing, like speaking of gods that I've really enjoyed, has been as somebody who is in the congregation of the Righteous Accord, Lord Selazor himself. Is that
I know
it's
so
kind of-
little about him.
He's-
Tell me about him.
He's pretty sick. I mean, it's very much in line with the Inorianite thing of burning everything with merciless light, right? But he doesn't really engage with, at least as far as I'm down on the totem pole, with his congregation and his order. Very, very like warm, Severn, conversationally. It's kind of like having a relatively aloof military general who sometimes checks in on you and just says, "Hey, how you doing? You kill enough people who are mean today?" And it's been pretty sick just getting to bear witness to him casually ripping himself forth from the grand flame in the center of Enorian and being like, "Hey guys, we're gonna go to Arbothia and torch this evil dude. You guys down?" We're like, "Yeah, of course we're down."
You stole a milestone from us.
I only found
Who's
out
the
about
real
that
evil
after the
here?
effect. I'll take it. I'll take that L. But
God, I gotta get used
I
to
only
it.
learned about
Just
him
give us
being a
another one and we'll
milestone.
be cool.
Yeah. I only learned about him being a milestone after the fact. So I will admit that my guilt is relatively minimal to my enjoyment of the event, like kind of as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
but a big F in chat for anybody who no longer can get that fame line.
The funniest
Yeah.
part of that event for me was all of Enorian going there to do that, and then people were still dying to the servants.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes, I was laughing the whole
Oh my
time.
Guys,
No,
no.
It
Protect
was
your newbies.
it was
I shouted
pretty
about it.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I shouted. That was one of those things that like you could not shout about because they were like, "We're gonna purge Inori or purge Arbothia," and then like you see just like 7 people die to servants, and you're like, "Well, somebody's purging something, all right."
Yeah. Oh, it was the way that
You're
it
doing
was
a
playing
great
out.
job.
The way that it was playing out was that like while in the corridors, the vast majority of Enorian was conducting this
Oh no,
very
the
elaborate
servants are
ritual.
just like that, Siluria.
Yeah.
They are actually just like that, or were, I guess. They're not there anymore.
Yeah, they got like a flavorful mind control buff that made them like all super frenzy or whatever, but yeah,
They really were just actually like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys mean to tell me that Blackout's not a fun, interesting, and engaging mechanic?
Are you trying to say something about our fight earlier?
No, I just think it would be interesting if the admin heard from somebody who's not me that Blackout maybe isn't a fun, interesting, and engaging mechanic.
It absolutely is. So you just stop there, sir. Just stop.
I play in Blackout constantly. Okay.
Shut
so...
up! Oh my god.
For background, for those that don't know, he and I had a 1v1 fight at a lesser earlier, and I just decided, you know what, fuck it. I don't know. I've been fighting people lately just to do it. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just let it run and try to get this lesser for as long as I can, rather than just run away and lose it all. And I survived like 4 minutes, but I was in monk, and he hates monk.
Running away is what got you killed.
It is what got me killed. I realized after the fact. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of getting low in health. I should probably run now. I've gotten enough of this. I lasted a while. And then, yeah, as I'm running, I die. I'm like, well, fuck. I should have just stayed there.
Ran straight through a fate exit.
I did. It was my own fault. And I am not sorry. I had fun anyway. Anywho. So, we're not going to talk about
staying on topic.
It doesn't matter. It's New Year's Eve, and we are all having a fabulous time.
Actually, depending on where you live, it is already New Year's.
That is true. Like hours ago, it started off in Sydney. I don't remember who was before that. Sydney had a lovely display of bluey people dancing on their like bridge pillars and stuff. It was really cool. I don't know what other countries have done yet. I know I heard from my British friend just a minute ago. So Benedicto is having his New Year's now. It's 12:30 his time. Means that
New Year, Benedicto.
Yeah, Happy New Year's, Benedicto. Tiani had it, I think, the hour prior for Sweden.
I know Mahar. It's already morning over where he is because I
Yep.
think he's in Australia.
Yep, he was. Pretty sure he's in Sydney, or at least in like that time zone. So he was in the earlier
I'm actually
one.
currently giving him a tour of Tenazalthus' temple.
Ooh, fancy.
Eileen's New Year was this morning at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, so 8 a.m.
Yeah.
was Australia, Sydney. So 10 a.m. Yeah, that lines up. That tracks. Is that the way we say it?
Whirran is New Zealand, so it was a while ago for her too.
Yeah, it was probably around that 10 o'clock time frame, maybe 10 or 9 Eastern, something like that.
So yeah, it's New Year's all over. Not over here though.
Not
We've still got some time.
Not here in the freaking U.S. on the East Coast. We still have 4.5 hours.
Yep, East
Yeah,
Coast
that's
over
fine.
here too.
I'm wondering when
But-
my son will start to pass out there. He is 8 and he is trying. He did it last year, but I question.
Aww.
We were home very late last night from our outing to Carowin, so he may pass out early.
Well, that's okay. It's
smell-
not like the new year will just leave without him.
I smell broccoli for unknown reasons.
Oh, that's not having a
Okay.
You having a stroke over there?
No,
No,
God.
I might need to take the trash out though. We'll do that later.
Also, I am back, Sysaa. You can go get your refill.
okay.
And maybe we could actually talk about the Monomaki, which we still haven't done.
Well, no,
Okay.
Gefyon did speak about it. Someone else, I think it was Pietre, that spoke
Uh-huh.
about it. It's just
Okay,
not anyone else yet.
I also have a hot take when it comes to religions in this game.
Lay it on us. We're ready.
All right. It is not inherently disrespectful to look at a god and say, "What in the sweet hell are you doing?" Because blind followers suck. If they're getting candid feedback, things will actually change. Yeah, you risk getting your ass sent to the mirror for a couple of minutes, but also, like, you're being real with them instead of trying to seek their approval, and I think that, like, that might actually be a better move because then you're actually giving them the respect of candor and honest feedback. So this means that my interactions with gods are polite, but also run the risk of being disrespectful because I'm not like, "Oh, your holiness, oh, your mightiness," all of this. It's like, "Oh yes, hello. What can I do for you?" Like customer service voice, but not in the derogatory sense.
No, I think you can respectfully disagree with like any
Exactly.
god. Like
Yeah.
anytime I get zapped, I know I'm about to get zapped. Like I know as I'm typing this out that I'm going to get zapped. But like, I mean, I've had full on conversations with Ome. I've had shouting contests with Harn. I've Yeah, and it only results in a zap if you're like purposely pushing that button. Like, I mean, you can
Yeah.
disagree all you want.
Exactly, and I think that makes for good content and actually lets gods question their own antics if, like, even their own followers are standing there going like, "Dude, what? Can you give me a roadmap to your logic?" Like, some of us need a little more help understanding what your fucking 5D chess plays are.
Oh man, this might be a hot take, but sometimes I think that like it it almost always comes from Solani, but no, like sometimes it comes from like okay, so it's not really a hot take. Sometimes people just emote things, and I just have no fucking idea what they're saying or asking. I'm like,
Oh, that
Yeah,
absolutely
all the time,
happens.
all the time.
it usually
Like,
takes me time to like come up with the response to emote back out, but like also sometimes it's just like me sitting there going, "What the fuck are they saying?" And
all
then I'll
yeah.
swerve 5 minutes into writing an emote, and I'll axe the whole thing, and I'll swerve and just find a new way to like segue away from that and like not
Yeah.
address it, pretend it didn't happen.
You
Honestly,
return
yeah,
with a
like,
refill.
Yeah.
there are times when somebody emotes something to me that is so beautiful and so intricately woven and so well written that I have no fucking idea what they're trying to portray to me. So I'm just like,
Sometimes people write poetry, and I am bad at reading comprehension.
That's when
yeah,
you
it's
hit them
like
back with
those
the
curtains sure are
smile.
blue, baby. I am lost in the sauce.
You,
But,
you,
I'll just pretend that I know what's going on, and I'm like, in character, thumbs up. It's like, that gives me a lot to think about. Like,
I
Yes,
like your funny
same.
words, Magic Man.
I have to go
I
back
love the
and
funny
Google the
words.
words.
Whirran is like ideal for this because I can literally just be like, "What the shit did you just say to me?" Like those
Yeah,
words exactly, because Whirran's fucking dumb, you know? Like,
I like your funny words, Magic Man. I hope that I know that Aaliyah talks super formally. I hope I don't go over anyone's fucking head.
It's like,
If you do, that's okay. It doesn't mean they're dumb. It means you're writing formally, and it's completely in character to be sitting there and going like, "This one's out of my ballpark, so I'm just gonna play
Yeah.
it off."
It's been really fun, kind of like coming to like the batting plate. That's a sports thing, right? Batting plate.
I
yeah,
don't
good
know.
enough.
Yes.
Good enough.
Yay,
Is,
sports!
like
Uh,
and playing Geffen, like who kind of joined the Templar first thing. She's she hasn't left the Templar. She kind of has just risen the ranks from page squire, knight aspirant now. But like playing this meek little baby who's like, I don't know what the shit's happening. We just came out of a cataclysm. I'm confused. Everyone's scary. Like and then slowly kind of building up that confidence has been a lot of fun because people have been like, so this is the thing that you got to know. This is the way the world is. And I'm like, yeah, smile, thumbs up, please don't hurt me.
Damn, that is exactly what my experience was. It's like, I'm arriving, I don't know shit, but if there's one thing I can do, it is smile and nod, baby.
Yeah. I will hit you with that smile at you emote says meekly. It's been really fun to see like the caliber of roleplay that comes up and to hit it immediately back with like a nod.
Honestly, that could be a real power move if somebody has gone way too far in the sauce and you're like, I got nothing to respond here to because they're monologuing like Syndrome from The Incredibles style, and you're just like, cool story, bro. Not in
Nod.
a
Yeah.
I hate what you've brought to the table way so much as there's more than one person in this scene, my guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that like maybe this is just my experience, of course, coming into Templar is like a lot of the times that I like to roleplay with the Templar, it has been very much like starting to wax like philosophy about like light and everything like that. And we'll get really into like a particular scene talking about like the way that like Dajani could be brought to to sapience and to then like kind of come out of this like giant diatribe with like, anyway, so I have to go do my tasks now. Do you want to go hunting? That kind of thing.
I did hear that they are looking to improve the experience of going from the intro into the game, linking the two up a bit better with a quest that extends past the intro and into like the levels that you actually gain in the game itself with other players around you.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this is a 2024 topic for me. So yes,
Ooh,
yes. Let's talk about this. Okay.
That is a thing that actually Achaea already does.
Exactly.
So in Achaea, which I started with Achaea 21 years ago.
We're old.
I
It's
have been
okay.
I have been playing these games for a while. I have a
nerd.
500-year-old character.
I think I do too, actually. I'm going to go check while you're talking about that.
Yeah, don't check me. So in Achaea, which I occasionally roll up newbies on just to see what their new player experience is like, and then immediately drop because I'm not a fan of the player culture over there. But that's neither here nor there. In Achaea, you start the newbie quest, and when you leave the newbie quest, they have you get back in touch with the NPCs that you meet on the newbie quest, and they continue on the quest line that sends you along to a bunch of different landmarks, and you have to. It basically sends you on a geography quest where you continue to learn the lore of the world, and it's slightly tweaked for wherever you landed, like what city you landed in. And it carries you basically to level like 50 or so, and their level up is so slow. I never made it past level
Oh,
80 in that
God.
game.
Yes.
God, I hate leveling in that game.
Yes.
It's actually only slower because they don't have mint chocolates and
I
trials
don't
and
They do
know.
not know they don't have experience buffs like we have experience buffs, but also there is a lesser experience yield for the
Yeah.
things in there in general, and they don't have instances, so there's a lot more competition for hunting areas, and there's also a much higher player base, so there's a lot more competition for hunting areas.
Is it
There,
still a higher player base? I thought IKEA had kind of like dwindled off until they started competing.
um, I can check how many people
Achaea
are
is
online.
still Achaea is still bigger, but they're much more comparable now.
They've got 99 people online right now, and I have 651 years. That is the age of my character that is still there.
Yeah,
In
they've got
IKEA?
99, we've got 74, so it's comparable, but we have a lot of instances and a lot of high-level areas, and their bashing areas are spread out a lot more, and they have lower experience yield per mob.
I didn't know
So
North
it is,
like regularly used for PvE.
yeah, they also have a much bigger PvP base, so once you get to higher levels, you start bashing other players for experience, more than or level 80 areas, which sucks. I never got past level 80 in that game, and it took me years to get there in the first place. Um, I'm not going to check how old I am, because if I log in, I'm going to have to go see who's there. But that's besides the point. Anyway, how they do the newbie experience is really good, and I'm really excited to see that transfer over to Aetolia. I think it's going to be great for newbie retention, because right now you just kind of get cut off from the universal novice backstory, basically, and it's just very jarring to be like, okay, you're done, bye.
Yeah, that's why I recently had submitted some like org recs around this because Sabati and I were talking. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of crap that people just get plopped into the academy, and the academy doesn't even really have that much info, so you're not really
And
getting introduced.
the academy is also bland and universal and weird.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm glad they added it. We didn't even have that before. We used to just have
I
newbie,
remember.
and then you go into the city, and man, it was a shit show. But
And
Lost somebody who
it
died.
used to be guild driven.
yes,
It was bad. But yeah, no, I think the overarching quest and just a retool. I'm excited for the retooled novice experience. I will probably make a new alt just to test it.
I will
Yeah,
definitely
no.
as well, for sure. And I hope that once they get that put together, we can also look at smaller things that also make the orgs feel more alive and kind of Because sometimes there's smaller player base, which is probably more of an issue of Duran right now. Maybe Bloodlock as well. I don't know. Where we have at sometimes a decent amount of players online. Like now we have, actually no, tonight right now is actually a very bad example. We only have like 10 of us online or something. But during my day, there's only usually me for hours. There might be a couple of more, and overnight where Valerie's not online anymore, there's pretty much nobody in that Australian time zone. So there's nobody. So it'd be great to have things that are making the org still feel a little alive, and then they have that more in-depth academy type situation, so that people have something until players can kind of bridge the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know about like. I don't know where like you're starting the population comparison, but like it's holidays right now. Last
And
2
I know
weeks,
that too, yeah.
Bulrok's been dead. It's been up. It's been dead. It's been up. It's been dead. It's been up.
Yeah, I'm just going based on what's on right this second. They have 99 to our 74 on New Year's Eve. So
That just
comparably,
means they have more sad people.
yeah, they have slightly more than us all the time. By about a fourth.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Like me, I don't know. I just know what I see when I'm online. Obviously, I'm online during like East Coast working hours, so saying like 6 a.m. Eastern until maybe 9 p.m. Eastern. So I get a very limited window. A lot of people seem to log in towards when I get done with my day and then after. So I don't really know what the player base is like. So I said Bloodlock, thinking what I heard last was that Bloodlock was also kind of lower, but it's probably just Duran, honestly. Duran's been in a bit of a rough spot.
According to Ted, it's about the same.
It's about the same? Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's good to know. Big ass Spines Reach, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Spines Reach has a huge population right now. I was actually kind of shocked by that when I came back, because at the end of War Night, it really wasn't.
Well,
Yeah.
we were also in hell, and good old Papa Shadow was like, all right, you guys, democracy is over. And like every sane person was like, thank fuck. So we actually bounced back because now, like, the vibe is entirely supportive of everyone else within the city. There's a lot less contention between players for any kind of position. We're all just building each other up because
it's been incredibly healthy for
It
us.
really has.
Now, if that could just, if only the guilds.
Hey.
That,
It's up to
the
us to fix-
archivists are doing fine, actually.
Hey, Allie, we're working on it, and it's
We
up
are
to us
working
to
on
improve
it.
our own guilds.
I know.
We'll get there. We just have to sort out what we actually want to do first.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Okay.
It is not some kind of failing on their part. It's ours because a lot of things changed, and now we need to
Figure out what to do.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
there's
So
a
everything
very
is cool. We're just getting good again. It's all right. We're just recalibrating. Also, there is a question.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a very good question in the chat, which may require some background on the orgs. So neutral isn't really a state that a lot of ad break.
Oh yay, ad break. We'll wait.
We'll wait. Let us know when the ad break is done. I'll type that in chat because I closed the freaking thing that tells me like a dummy.
It says 1 minute 20 seconds on my screen. I'm just kind of watching on mute.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
getting a 30-second ad, so staggered timings, yeehaw.
Oh, great! Some ads are longer than others.
Yay!
I'll tell you when the long one's done.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm very much always channeling that meme of the dog and the fire and just saying this is fine. That is my life. That is wholly my life. Even work, it's just my life. Okay.
I'm just buying stuff.
You're just buying stuff.
Yeah, I'm stocking worry stones in my stupid little shop because everybody's like, I want worry stones. I'm like, well, who am I not to chase
Money.
every avenue of emptiness in the market. What's the point of having a store if you don't?
Yeah, Mori stones are really great, but I always forget to have them, so I don't bother to actually have them on hand. I'm lazy like that. Which, hey,
That's
they're
okay.
bull. You got a
I-
tip on how to, I don't think it's actually that useful to know. Now that I think about it,
What?
that I don't
Uh,
ever get worry stones.
Listen,
I have like 3 worry stones on me right now.
there you go. I'm just gonna start stocking it in my stupid little store so that people can have it. It's like when I saw, hey, there's no arrows anywhere. How about you guys have some arrows at a reasonable price?
You know what? I bet that is something I need to stock. I didn't even think about
We
that.
are back
Oh,
as of
yay!
the big ad.
Hey,
Yay! Thank you for being patient. Okay,
you.
so we were talking about
Neutrality.
Sorry, someone sent me a private thing that said, I can write you something that yells at you if you don't have a worry stone. Thank you, person. I would actually accept that very happily because I am stupid about remembering to have a worry stone on hand. Anyway, so yeah, we were talking about neutrality. And I would say, like, as far as neutrality in the game, it's been pushed very heavily post I'd say post Ashton being destroyed Bulrok, right? That probably would be a good example.
Oh God.
Pushed away, as in everyone said you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I don't think Spine's Reach has ever really been neutral.
Exactly.
But
That's what I was gonna say.
There was a cohesiveness with
Mm-hmm.
Duran and Anorian that didn't exist with Bloodlock and Spine's Reach. So whenever you had things split tether v tether, like Spine's Reach and Bloodlock were just kind of like, we're here because if we split away, Anorian and Duran are gonna destroy either one of us individually. So we might as well pretend to have an alliance here.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Yeah,
pretty much like it was pretty much like with the most thinly veiled IC reasoning, it was an OC alliance.
Yeah.
And I think whenever we split ways, like at the start, or what was it, just before the war night? Maybe it was either
Yeah,
just before.
I
It
or
was
consider it was
kind
after.
of repeatedly several times, but in the middle
Yeah,
of it.
like
Yeah,
we
but
had several messy breakups. It was like Butters and Cartman as accountability buddies. We were having a rough time.
yeah. But like, well, I mean, out of character, like, whenever I announced that like we were kicking everyone from Raiders Clan, like it was a pretty amicable split up. Like everyone was like, yeah, we kind of saw this coming. And I was like, all right, cool, no hard feelings. Everyone was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I didn't like wake up the next day and start saying like those goddamn Spirians and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah. Which
so
is
yeah,
a healthy way.
I don't think Spine's Reach was ever neutral. I think that like for the longest time, Bloodlock had the population,
Mm-hmm.
and so um, whatever Shadow was doing for the most part was what Bloodlock was doing, and Spine's Reach was like, well, we could break away, but then we're just gonna get beat down in a 3v1, so we won't.
Yeah.
And so they just didn't. But
And
you
we
know,
really did not have a military at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we
for
were
the
along for
longest
the ride because we didn't have a choice, but we were still getting like yelled at for it. It was rough.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
It
the
was
longest time,
not.
Spine's Reach had a very small population, especially where it came to combatants.
Yeah, and this person just said think of convenience, and I agree with that. I feel like there were times it was Spine's Reach has tried to be more neutral, and that kind of feels a little bit like what they try to do now, but it's still not to any extent like what you expect out of a folding neutral organization, which means, hey, we're not choosing sides at all. We're kind of washing our hands of things. That was very much more what, and I know that I'm going with old details, but going with like Ashton, or I guess currently
Yeah.
maybe an Estaport or something, but there's a wholly big difference between being kind of quote unquote neutral in a sense that it's for your org's benefit and just being whole on, hey, we don't want to get involved with shit at all. We just kind of want to do our own thing and then decide, hey, we want to go war with these people because it's our thing versus it being specifically to like any tethers specificities. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that was basically it. Like, I wouldn't say that Spine's Reach is a neutral situation so much as Spine's Reach is a Spines Reach organization.
Yeah.
Very,
We
very
have decided that
opportunistic.
everybody
Very
else,
opportunistic is right. Exactly.
everybody else in this entire fucking continent has decided to be dumb as hell, so we are sticking with Spines Reach. We are doing Spines Reach, which is why it took us a while to actually make any kind of choices when it came to the Monomachi to loop back to the actual topic.
What?
Because it was like, all right, how do we want to play this? Well, we have rules against this, all of this. And Severn was like, he popped in for 5 minutes with the smoke and said, actually, I'm okay if you guys want to worship Albeti, and bops off so that,
As long as it's not one of the fundamentals.
yeah, he was like, you know what, you guys can get a little silly. Get out of here. Go on, kids. Which is very cool because, like, in a meta sense, it is the administration saying, hey, don't let the influence of the god in charge of your city make the decision for you. You actually do get to choose, which is very cool, which is very gracious. It's like, oh, okay, we actually get to choose without having to submit to the will of the Artisani. Neat. And
That
then we actually got stuff going because we were less concerned about appeasing our deities. The problem that we ran into is that we had a lot of really cool ideas, but they were Orgrax, and since a lot of ours are on pause because the administration is trying to get a lot of things sorted out and pushed through, and they were doing a bigger event, a lot of the things that we wanted to have dealt with didn't get dealt with in time.
It is
So-
exactly, Ciliria has it exactly right. We are neutral on the spirit/shadow divide. We really don't care. But we have, well, we actually do care very much. Our stance on shadow is that put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah.
But we have our own agenda otherwise.
Yeah,
And that agenda is Spines Reach.
like I said, Spines Reach is on Spines Reach's side because everybody else has proven themselves to be complete dingus.
Or at least really bad at listening.
It's like,
really
hey,
bad at listening.
Hey, you know what's a bad idea? Opening up that gate. That's a terrible idea. Oh, look, 1/3 of the world is covered in Shadowrun. How'd that happen? So everybody's
Oh,
real tired.
I could get into that debate so hard, but we're not gonna backtrack.
We're not getting into that. That is last year's business.
That
We're
is
getting
last
into
year's.
This year's business.
Well, it's not even last year's business, since for some people, 2023 right now is last year's. We're talking 2022. So boom, boom, boom.
No, I do not want to get into it much deeper. The only reason I bring it up is because I like being sardonic. I'd rather talk about how cool the Monomachi was because of the amount of mechanisms and events that came through that were actually really open to interaction from people of every walk of interaction with this game.
Okay.
Like, role players could still do the funny little tasks in Drumlight Watch. They didn't. It was entirely opt-in. Everybody got something. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We all got to do something, even if we're not major combatants, and all of us got credit for the efforts that we were willing to put in. So, in terms of things that people can actually work with, I think that this event was really, really, really fantastic because throughout all of the phases that went through, didn't matter if you were a PvP, non-com, RP based, whatever, you had opportunities presented to you to actually interact with this event in a meaningful way. And I think that is really something that I would love to see more of in the future.
Oh God, I hope so.
Yeah.
I was as I've kind of said a couple times now, I kind of came in like immediately following it, right? Like reading the news posts is what got me to come back after like a decade hiatus from the game. And being able to interrogate that fiction from like the lens of other players who lived it and each had like a unique thing to say about it, whether it be like an extrapolation of the mechanics, whether it be an opinion about the events, like good or bad, it was so cool to like see such a large scale event immediately following it with zero context and kind of like seeing the legend having unfolded already and kind of picking up the pieces from the end. It was very impressive, even just as an outsider's perspective.
Right? Like, it's so exciting. It's actually really engaging. The way that they paced out release of things to do, including Bonro Sands and all of that, like, I was maddeningly stressed out during the entire War of Night 2. I was
Oh
losing my
God.
shit. But this one, it was actually really exciting and engaging, and it was like, ooh, ah, Fahog Wagats. Ooh, ah, Fahog Wagats. So,
What?
Well, I think
What are you
it's.
saying?
I'll tell you later.
I was gonna say it depends on what part of the monomaki that you're speaking about. Like, for me, the early on aspects of it, where we were talking about the tree, I think there was definitely some opportunities for it to have been done a little bit better, and that's probably also coming from, a player that was in Duran by the time that it started to happen. So there was a whole thing there that's been hashed out in Discord threads and whatnot. But
I did read that, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So getting our org involved in it, where we didn't really know as an org which side was technically going to be better. We were just kind of going by the seat of our pants and figuring it out according to what our gods were telling us. It didn't make for the most cohesive experience for us as players. Like, it was confusing. There was definitely a lot of confusion on like what was doable and okay PK wise, because there was definitely some salty things that happened early on. But I feel like after they got through the tree situation, they recognized, the admin recognized that there was more that needed to be done to kind of embrace people just wanting to kind of roll with things and find more miscellaneous things that didn't involve as much the PK side of things. Then made it more accessible to a broader audience of players. So it made it easier to really just kind of get in there, get involved, and find your place with it versus the initial pieces of it. So I ended up enjoying the last aspects. I definitely loved the whole part where we were fighting against the Draconmont, because that was definitely a group that everyone could decide like, hey, yeah, fuck them. And everyone wanted to destroy them. So it really helped bring the whole player base together to fight together against a particular target versus fighting against each other. So that ended up being actually my favorite part. The rest of it, I don't know. I found it very hit and miss. Not to say anything against the admin either. They definitely were doing their best. They were trying really hard to figure out ways to engage everyone. It was just me and my experience with my org, which I think was also possibly some of the people that had to make decisions at the time. The decisions they made maybe weren't necessarily the best for the org. But in hindsight, it's a learning situation, so we can do better. We can make better choices next time around.
Sure, but it's always a learning situation.
But
And
no
yeah,
one
the
likes to
tree.
be stuck in a learning situation at the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like when we have an org that's about to split at the seams, like we're about to fall apart because
Yeah,
of what we
we've been
were.
there.
Yeah. Like when you're at that point, it has a feel bad that you're like, if I choose this, I'm screwed. If I choose this, I'm screwed. What do I do? It makes for a rough situation, but definitely a learning experience, I feel like, for the players, for the org, for the characters, and also just for admins, so that we can just, figure out a better way to go about it next time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like this a whole lot more than things we have dealt with in the past. And yeah, the tree was a bit of a slog, but that was when everybody was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And like, we got over it once it was like, oh, okay, so we're all getting fucked over, huh?
Yeah.
And then we actually just loosened up and got into the vibe of it, and I think that's when everybody started to actually having a little bit of fun with it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good shit.
All right. So Anyone else want to comment though on their? I mean, either bad or good at this point on the World Eater saga. Is there anything you would like to say about it? Like Bulrok, is there anything you
I
want
am
to say?
so glad I missed the whole tree thing. I was not there for that at all.
Well, it
Be
wasn't
glad.
that
Me.
bad. It was more like, hey, pick a tree to offer essence to, and I was like, I will do no such thing, thank you.
Yay! I missed it.
I don't
Good
care about
for-
trees.
Good for me.
Bulrok.
I showed up
Fuck
at the very
trees.
end of the Drumline Siege, and then I just got to watch cutscenes. I really don't have
Oh,
a whole bunch of
I mean, that sounds like the best experience of all, frankly. I watched all the cutscenes over Discord because I was emotionally compromised and I think I was doing D&D.
Probably. It was also during the time where I had broken my ankle and shit,
ugh.
and
Yeah.
we were adjusting to a new living situation because you had just moved in with me and Sunny, and we were all
Yeah.
trying to like be in a house together and figure out how to human at each other, or at least like quote unquote human. So,
My humanity is grossly overstated.
I just do a damn fine job pretending.
You're my favorite scarecrow.
Aw, thanks, honey bunny.
Oh, okay then. All right. Well, I think we can all.
Yeah, we're a couple. Don't worry about it.
I know you guys are, and it's adorable.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
With that in mind, let me pose a disclaimer. Ellie has asked me to be blunt so that there is no like weird between the lines interpretations of what I say to them. So if I sound like I'm being an asshole, it's because they have asked me to be direct. And I was like,
Direct
are
and
you
clear?
sure? Because I am going to sound like a dick. And they said yes. So I promise
Direct-
that I'm not just out here roasting my partner at every fucking turn. This
That's
is
just
what
how
I've
it
been
is.
asked to do. It's done
This
with
has been
affection and
explicitly requested because it makes for clear and uncomplicated communication that lets me rectify my behavior.
yes, and it's also not an aspect of blame so much as I'm playfully roasting and they have given me the good faith to actually be able to say things like, hey, what you doing over there in your fucking pile of trash?
Yep.
Or something like that.
So it's like Bulrok and I, but without there's no romance there. There's no romance.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd call this romance.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
it's different.
Whatever.
Like,
Different
it's whatever
overture,
that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just made it awkward.
No,
You're
you
fine.
didn't.
Nothing is awkward. You're just drunk. It's fine.
I am, but it's fantastic. Like I'm still sober enough that I can make coherent thoughts in my head. I just don't know if they'll come out of my mouth.
Oh, that's
You're
okay. You can
good.
always watch this again
I
tomorrow
could
and
be
go like,
blackout
ah,
drunk and be
shit.
at that level of comprehension.
What was that?
We lost Whirran.
We did. He
Yeah,
had to have
stuff
take a
out
personal
for a minute.
call. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say, Paul?
I said I can be blackout drunk and be at that level of comprehension.
I could
This is
see
what I
that.
want to say, and the mouth is like words.
Not all of us are that talented, you know.
He is very talented when it comes to like being able to make words happen. I am, on the other hand, not. So I'm gonna start probably struggling a little bit, but that's okay. You all can laugh at me, and it'll be fantastic. This is the way I'm celebrating my New Year's Eve.
Why is there a green light on my... Oh, that's Discord. Okay.
We're here to have fun, not to be competent. Like
Exactly.
I literally just said that my mind does it fine, but my mouth doesn't.
I
Yeah,
know,
that-
honey.
I'm
That
agreeing
works.
with you. I'm saying that your mind still does beautiful things, even if your mouth doesn't translate it properly.
They were
Yeah.
complimenting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Who is this? Who is this? The kobold.
Oh, that is my character I had briefly, Bayview, that got retired very quickly. I just have the art that I got made.
Hyenas are cute, so good call.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I regret not having another kobold. I may make a disguised gem description to be a kobold. I just haven't decided yet.
Is it
Did
good?
they only... Oh, that's a question for you. Did they only make it to 160?
Who? Bayview?
You're gonna have Celeria. Which who? The kobold?
Yeah, like I have had. Oh my god, how many characters? Let's see if I can check. Character
How do you keep
list.
bashing them to 200? What kind of fucking witchcraft is that?
Okay, I have 200s.
That's
Two.
more than anyone!
I have 0.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
do you
Sorry, that
keep
was probably
doing
really
this?
cringy.
Why
Okay.
would you retire them? That's so much work.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share so that people can realistically see my screen. These are all of my Aetolia characters. Okay? I have a problem. We have discussed this before. But there you
Nice.
A
go.
lot. Oh, I know Resk.
Yeah, Resk was the latest one because that one was made more sense because I can't cure them. So I couldn't get out of being a Kari, so they got retired. So yeah, you're talking about the
Okay.
Kobold. The Kobold, I think, yes, was probably somewhere around 160. I just did not enjoy dealing with some of the Terradrim stuff that was going on at the time, which is a whole other conversation.
I do kind of want to make a kobold for all of the crafting perks.
Exactly why I had it. I was totally going to be a crafter that just, did the cheesy, I'm going to break shit down and make shit out of it. And then, yeah, it just didn't work out because I hated the Terradrim. But it was also during a particular character's ruling of the guild that I didn't like, and I'm so sorry. And
That's fair.
I did not yip. I would totally yip now, though, that Booby is Booby.
Oh my god. Can we talk about Booby?
There is nothing more I would like to talk about in this world than Booby.
Can we talk about Booby?
Just my favorite. He is so fun. Correct pronunciation. We established that very early on. Out of character clan chat, we were like, "How is this said? Is it pronounced Booby?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "This is the best thing that ever happened to me."
I cannot stress this enough that I have, and I will happily admit this, I have made an alt specifically to interact with Booby. I love him with my entire fucking heart.
Oh my god.
You are so right.
You are so correct.
I think it went maybe about as stellar as one would expect. I roll up in. I'm like just fresh out of the academy.
You gotta
Booby
count that
finds me
roll in,
within
though.
seconds, and is like, "Do you want a snack?" And I'm like, "Fuck yes, I want a snack."
I know. Every time I log in, I don't know before I say hello to the city or anyone else, he yells on CT, "Hi, you're back! I missed you! I love you!" And I'm like,
Oh my
I
God,
I would die for you.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, like,
yeah,
I know
like-
people defend DD and are like, oh, DD is such a saint. And I'm like, no, guys. DD is sometimes, like, super sour. Booby, it has a funny name and is absolutely, the most positive person in the whole fucking game. He must be
also-
protected.
He also wants to start like so many wars and keeps trying to wrestle my god. So
like,
I also need to like distract him constantly with toy boats, but I
Yeah.
would die for him.
Oh.
No, it's so funny because on Geffen, I would she sees how Booby approached the story time at North of Trees to like help kind of clear up that rainstorm, and she like genuinely loved that from afar. I was like, oh, that's a very nice thing that this young freak ass kobold did. I should make him like some food. And then like 3 seconds later, he's like, I'm gonna kill Stelazor, and I'm like, okay, maybe we should walk this back. Like.
Yeah, he wants to wrestle Tenazalthus so bad.
yeah, like
Every time she wakes up, he runs up to her and challenges her to another fight.
and then
I'm
he
sure
gets
they all go
stuffed
very
under
well.
And then
somebody's
he gets
arm.
eaten, and he's like, "Oh, we'll call it a draw," and he leaves.
Booby is like the entire essence of Sir Didymus from the Labyrinth, mixed with
Yeah.
any
You know what?
Pomeranian.
Oh my fucking god, that is perfect. That
He
is
reminds
Booby.
me-
He is that.
Has
Mr.
anyone
Pietro will
here?
just casually pick him up and stuff him under an arm,
And
then
he'll be
give him a
fine.
treat. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. This is the most fun. He asked too many questions, and Severn Simulacrum was like, I'm going to tell you important stuff about how I died and all that. It listened to every single one of his questions that came in rapid fire. Like, a
Oh my
fucking
god.
Immediately.
that's too much.
Yeah.
I'm not answering that. We're moving on.
I should share
he
some of
I
the
was like, God damn it, Booby.
He asked 14 questions in rapid fire in a single run-on sentence. And the
Yes.
simulacrum went, question overload, question asking period has been deactivated. We are moving on.
I feel
Severn fucking programmed the thing to not tolerate that. He was like, that's enough.
I feel
He's
like
not
I
doing
should
that.
share some of the RP logs where I have where he has come in and it's just such a rapid fire series of questions that I'm like, oh my god, I type fast, but I cannot keep up with your brain power and your energy. So just wow.
Listen, like, we can rent him out to any organization, and within like a week, all the problems will be gone. You'll have no issue.
Oh, Duran,
Fine.
Duran loves him.
Booby will be your issue now. Congratulations.
We
Well, yeah,
we
comes
do
back
not
after a week.
mind. Like I said, we do not mind. He goes and takes care of our like what do you call them bounties
You-
for us. So I'm
He
good.
he will try to start like 3 wars for you. I'm warning you now.
Oh no,
Yeah,
we've
it's not like we
witnessed. We're
actually,
fine
like-
with that.
It's
Mhm.
not like we actually have a problem with this. It's like, not right
No,
now.
he-
Wait a
he-
minute.
Not right
Wait a
now.
minute.
I'm not sure he knows what a war is, so that has helped.
What's up, bro?
Oh, I just love any time he opens his damn mouth. It's
I
so
love
good.
him.
He's
So fun.
hilarious and adorable. He is
Just
the
the
perfect.
war hamster. Oh my god.
That's just a Pomeranian with a mouth that must scream. Like,
I
Well, yeah, it's like if you gave a Pomeranian like sentience and the ability to create singularity. Like it's not okay.
no, it's perfect. It's
Who let
exactly what
this-
this game
I
Has
for.
anyone
really-
here played Deltarune?
Yes.
Oh,
He
No.
reminds
boy.
me so much of Lancer.
Yeah.
Okay? Just he is Lancer. Just fluffy.
You know this little man would just do a Fortnite dance at you and tell you that
Oh,
it's all gonna
God.
be okay when
Okay.
the actual apocalypse is coming upon you.
Okay?
And
This
you're
is
like,
Lancer.
yeah, buddy, it's fine.
He's been handed Lancer who wants to be evil so bad, but he doesn't know what the word means.
Oh my god. How
is this the time that I announced that I'm almost through my second cup?
Congratulations.
No.
Congrats.
I'm very happy
job.
for you.
You did it!
Yay!
Yay!
I ran out of my coconut pineapple juice, so this is mostly gin this time.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Do not have a hangover. That's my advice.
I mean, I might, but I haven't had a hangover since I was like 18, and I'm 40 now, so I don't
Okay,
mind.
you're more powerful than I am.
Yeah, I don't
I-
drink usually get a hangover anymore.
I believe
Uh,
firmly in the Twitch terms of service rules that as long as you can end your stream coherently, we're good.
Okay,
Word.
I will be mostly. They are actually in the ad again. But yeah, I can absolutely, for the most part, hit that stop button
It's a
at the right
beautiful red
time.
button. Yeah.
It is. It on Streamlabs, it stands out so well. It stands out. So I'm okay. I just have to make sure maybe I hit the ending button and then end stream, but maybe not. It really is okay if I don't. I don't think anyone else is going to care.
If they do, tell them to get a life and give them a wedgie.
Yeah, just tell them to grow up.
Tell them to grow up.
Grow up.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry, did I not twitch well enough for you? Fuck off.
Oh, bull. Did I tell you that I made a peanut butter cream pie that you could come over and have some of?
It looks beautiful. You should definitely have some.
Not to put you on the spot.
Leaving my house though.
Oh yeah, that's true. You've not been really leaving the house.
Worm.
I could bring it to you with the chili that's been sitting in the freezer.
You should still make a ganache top for it and have a buckeye pie. That would be really, really good.
How do I make it? I'm gonna look afterwards, but I need to
You are
figure out how to
so
make the
full of good
ganache.
ideas.
Well, ganache is super easy. You
Yeah.
just temper some with chocolate and with a little bit of oil and put it on top.
We're
All
on
right,
an
the
ad
ads are
break.
over. I was explaining how to make chocolate ganache,
I'm trying to actually look at a recipe now. So it looks
which
like.
is very funny because she is wasted.
Okay, it says heavy cream and chocolate. I just snorted. That's amazing. I could probably make this with the half and half I have. So maybe I can make.
I mean,
Maybe
it would be a little bit loose, but it would firm up okay.
So maybe I make some half and half chocolate ganache if I can put those words together. Ooh,
Yeah,
let's
I
see.
wouldn't recommend working a stove at the moment, but
I have so many. Some of this artwork is so cute, and I don't know who these people are.
yeah,
Who-
I
what
kinda
people?
wanna, like, know who they are. I know that
Okay.
I've made some of them, and I can like just point at any picture of Pietre, but that's
Okay.
because I'm self-centered.
All right,
Uh,
I'm gonna start telling who's who. So currently on screen was Rihrin. Now it is Rihrin with Aeolin talking about cookies, which someone else made. I think it was you. That's
Yeah, I did that, and I am very sorry.
It's okay. It's fantastic. Appia Nora was one of my characters. That is Falinson and Eowyn, previous
I
characters.
think we are unfortunately on
Solaria.
a delay because I am not seeing what you are seeing, because when you said that, there was one person on the screen.
Listen, just do your best. Just keep
Okay,
up. It's
that
okay.
one was Sysaa. This one's Bayview. I'm trying to go through them.
Sysaa is the one with green hair.
That one was
Okay.
Sysaa. And the next
Thank
one's,
you.
Bayview is the Yin.
yeah. Next is Pietre.
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 Peter.
Okay, Eowyn, when she was
Okay,
to Zola. That's a whole story to talk about.
She's got a really cool tattoo.
She did. Appia Nora, she was an Octavian. Then Pietre and
Again.
Abigail, I think.
Abby, yes, that's Abadabby. I drew that one.
My daddy.
And then we got Sysaa. It's like shuffling through a specific set. So then there's, Aeolin and Rihrin. Oh god, the next one's going to be complicated. So this is a bunch of fucking people from Duran and Honorian. Like
what the
Stein
hell is that,
and...
the Last Supper?
It was essentially. That's Corja, and I forget the dude's name. It was whoever she was in a relationship with. And
Right.
then it goes back through to Pietre.
That
Where's-
was drawn by Rifani.
And then we've got Agothaxel, which was a archivist from Spine's Reach. And then that's her in a costume for Halloween, drawn by Phoenicia.
Nice, nice.
And then there's Pietre again.
My husband.
And then there's
Husband's
Agothaxel
food.
again. That is also Phoenicia. And then there's Maeve. This one's Maeve. Pretty Maeve. And then
Maeve
again,
is. I have never actually spoken to Maeve.
Maeve is amazing.
She's really, really good.
Yeah,
so-
we just never actually encounter each other,
all right. This
which
is
is sad.
Eowyn and Luwas, which Eowyn was a Kelki at that point. That's a whole story again. Then there's Agothaxel again. Then there's Pietre. I think we're shuffling through most of these now. Most of them are just previous characters. Oh, here comes a new one after these guys. Jesse, which was from Duran.
Whirran is how I tend to pronounce that. That's the one. Is that the one with the red undercut and the blue dress?
Yes.
Who is Jesse?
Jesse was a character I made ages ago that was actually just a character, like, mentor bonus purchase character when we had those. And then I started to play them for playing, like, along with Yasad and Ryan and some of them. So I had her for a while. And then I was like, yeah, no, I don't like your role play. And you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and retire. Like I do, because I have a problem with retiring.
Alright,
Oh,
friends,
yeah.
there's fireworks going off. My dog is freaking out, so I'm gonna hop off here and go take care of him.
Okay, go
Alright,
cuddle
bud.
the
Thanks for
doggy
hanging
for
out,
me.
Bull.
Have a good night.
Give
Yep,
your dog a
Happy New Year's.
big hug.
Happy New Year's.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
I wonder how much my southern accent will start coming out with the more drunk I get. Ooh!
Oh,
Hard to say.
where does that accent come from?
I am North Carolinian, and I'm just have a North Carolinian accent. Is that
I
accurate?
see. Probably. I
Cadillac,
mean,
you-
you would know more than I do. I'm not
So-
from there.
It's like I'm tipsy. We're at 2.5 hours in, so I can do whatever the fuck I want now.
We are.
Yeah,
I
you're free. You're
I don't
free.
remember what topics we visited. In fact,
We have looked at 2 of them.
We've looked at 203. We haven't really. No, 303 because we went to 2024 at one point, so it's okay.
Sort of.
So
Sort of.
we sorted it. It's okay.
Wait,
Um,
I
haven't
have
talked about
a
boats yet.
crackerjack idea. What?
We haven't talked about boats yet.
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm
you're
at
right.
a drink. I'm at a
I
drink.
want to have a fucking tugboat, especially since Steamboat Willie, as of tomorrow, is going to be public domain, so we can in fact have Mickey Mouse steering that.
is it really?
Yes, and there is nothing I desire more than spitting in Disney's face.
Tomorrow is in like 3.5 hours in Florida time,
Uh-huh.
which is when that matters.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna DM my husband real quick, so don't mind me if I go a little quiet. I'm begging him to bring me some mudslides, so I just keep the vibe going. You know, it's fine.
Girl, you have a liver made of steel. Are you good?
I'm good. I don't drink this much usually, so it's okay.
Alright, alright.
I'm just gonna laugh a lot. It's gonna be
Just as long
okay.
as you're not completely eating shit, you're good.
No, I'm not eating shit. I have still some of the curry if you want me to eat food.
I am not the arbiter of your life here. Leave that to your own discretion and also your family's one.
Okay, cool. We got this. So, talk about Mickey Mouse and how wow. How
You good?
much Mickey Mouse sucks. There we go. I got the words out.
Okay, Mickey Mouse as a character, fine. He's an everyman. He is made to be able to absorb any situation with some good charm. And that's the problem with hero type characters. They have to take shit on the chin all the time. Like, it's out of character for Kermit the Frog to do anything more than scream and flail. But I think he deserves a gun.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. Also,
And
I will be right back. I have to go take my meds.
Oh,
Okay,
be
good luck with that.
responsible.
Let's see.
So, like, I have bigger feelings about the Muppets than I ever have about Disney because one made a much more significant cultural impact upon me in terms of morality and things to believe in, and it's definitely Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Ice,
I mean,
please. Sorry.
Michael Mouse is no friend of mine, but I am deeply affected by the Muppets and any ensuing meme that has like followed its creation into my life.
So, you want to know something that very cool that happened to me at the beginning of December?
I would love nothing more.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is important. This is very cool. At the beginning of December, I went to a con in my city, and I actually got to meet Steve Whitmire. And for non-Muppet integrated type people, that is the guy who got to take over as Kermit the Frog immediately following Jim Henson's passing. So
That is incredible.
we're talking Kermit the Frog from the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Did you actually post pictures of that in the Discord? Because I think
Yes.
this sounds very familiar to me, and that doesn't lessen its impact because it's just really fucking cool.
Yes, I did. I was wearing a fake beard and
you.
looked like a hobo.
Right. Okay.
He was super nice.
That
He
is
was so nice. He actually took some time to work with the Kermit puppet that he had on hand to entertain a child. Well, I was still waiting in line for like a photo and autograph and all that, and I was more than happy to let this happen because like imagine how much of a good impact that would make on that kid's life.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
to actually meet a hero who's made such a significant impact
Oh, there
on
he is. Yeah.
several parts of our
Ugh.
cultural and moral upbringing. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. That is incredible.
Can I say something completely unrelated?
Of course you can.
My husband was kind enough to come downstairs and get me some mudslides, so I had something with a little bit variety. And
What an absolute
he is
absolute
amazing.
stud. Good for him.
He is so amazing. Like, he gave me the look of, why the fuck are you doing this to yourself? And it's hilarious. Like, he's adorable. I love him so much.
Well, I'm glad that you married him then.
I am very, very lucky. 20 years, 2001, 23. So, yeah, 22 years? 22 years.
Going on 23.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. After all that gin, this tastes like shit. And I just wanted to share that real quick. Oh, I was thinking about it. Carry on.
Well, it's been a stellar time, gang. My time has come for me to go get some sustenance, but
yes,
thank you all for hosting the show, and I can't wait to interact with you guys more in 2024.
Same
Fantastic.
to you. Please, please, please.
I look forward to getting to know your character and perhaps
Yes.
making friends.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Please,
Take
please,
care, you
please.
guys.
Get yourself some sustenance, King.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Okay, so we're left with the three of us still standing.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You're trapped in a corner.
I am.
Mwahahahaha. Mine is the evil laugh.
Oh, but
I have a fidget spinner.
I was about to say, I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't get smashed very often anymore, but this is a recording of me getting to that point. I am literally drunk. I don't think I've been this bad since I was in my 20s, and this feels amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I
that's-
mean, at least
that's
it's
the
a
point.
holiday and you get to sleep in.
Exactly.
That's the point of a drunk stream anyway.
Exactly. Both, all of that. Like, the point of the drunk stream, it's being ridiculous for people so they can laugh with me. I'm going to pretend it's with me rather than at me.
It can be both, you know. It's not as if, like, listen, if you had shame about this, you wouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Exactly. Like, I have no shame. I'm sorry, guys. I am at 40. I don't care anymore. Like, there is no reason to care anymore. And I've done this stream long enough, off and on, that I appreciate you coming and hanging out, but I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want because who really cares? It's a text game. It's made for us to just have fun and do what we want, right?
It may surprise you to learn this, but I'm actually a huge nerd.
What?
God damn, what?
What? This is
I know, I've kept
news. I'm so amazed.
I know I've kept it super secret.
Oh my
You're the one
god.
who brought me into this hellish male.
My
friend, and now you're a
world.
nerd?
My world has changed. I'm so different now.
I'm sorry, I kept it hidden from you, demonic.
Oh god, I just made myself dizzy. That's hilarious.
Oh dear. Once again, you're the one who brought me here. You're the one to blame for me being even in this position and location at all. Are you proud of yourself?
No, I'm deeply sorry. I hope you're
You
having
should be.
fun.
How dare you do this to me?
I'm sorry. I hope you're at least having fun.
Is anybody? Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. I'm
Alright.
having a great time.
Fantastic.
I'm the only person having fun with this game.
I'm having fun with it technically.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's just awful.
I just try to put my head on my keyboard so I could like chillax a little bit, and I can't even do that.
Oh, Breezy. Yeah.
I won't even reach the keyboard. I can rest my chin. Ooh, Boopy! Boopy!
We were talking about how much everybody fucking loves you earlier.
We love you so much.
Sysaa is lost in the sauce, so you're gonna get nothing but honest.
Ask me anything, and it will probably end badly.
Seriously, let's make this an AMA.
Yes.
Put your questions into the chat. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, let's do an AMA. I am the only sober person here, so I'll make sure we don't miss any questions.
Okay, so yeah.
Listen, I am merely tipsy.
I know you are because
you've seen drunk.
You guys,
yeah, I also know you're pacing yourself, but I'm not drunk at all. So
okay.
Well, you're still not the boss of me, so
no.
Jot that down.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, so background. Let's say what are the main characters I have had over the years, in case you want to ask questions about them and about my retirement process issues. So I have had, as far as main characters that you will know about, Solaria, Zortania, Agothaxel, Apianora, Eowyn, Resk, and yeah, that's it. Besides Sysaa, I think most of the others were pretty small, so I don't think you'd likely have interacted with them. So
I met Rihrin. Did you mention Rihrin?
Rihrin. Oh, that's true. No, I did not mention that. So Rihrin was probably one of the biggest that I had, and I forgot about them. Poor Rihrin. Poor
yeah,
Rihrin.
like, okay, I do have a question about that, but it may be better suited to DMs.
No. I don't care. Go ahead. It's cool.
Alright. Did you retire Rihrin because of the entire fallout of the War of Night starting and you were like, ah, shit, I cannot deal with this shit?
No, honestly.
Because that would have been so much, I would have just, like, I would have been like, alright, you know what? Peace out. This is way bigger investment than I thought I was gonna get.
No.
Having the entire world looking at me with scrutiny, I will perish.
No, honestly, I loved the whole thing. I was rolling with the punches. I was going with whatever people were really wanting to run with. It got to a point, and this is just completely meta. This is meta for everyone to know. But there was a point where people were pushing not just in character, but also in things like Discord and otherwise, where it's just getting awkward that it came to a point where Anorian was just very much like, hey, we don't want to work with you guys anymore. It's because of Rihrin. We want Rihrin gone. So you guys make a choice. So I went ahead, stepped down as, leader and everything, let whoever take over of Duran at the time, and then very quickly realized, hey, I don't have anyone to role play with. Like, there's no one wanting to really interact with me. The whole event kind of killed a lot of the role play that I had prior to it. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just restart, go silent for a while. And it was better for my mental health. I think that's the better way to put it.
That is the question I was having, because I was like, the last real conversation that Rihrin and Pietre had in their friendship, which was genuine, was him running away from being killed for trying to take down an Aegis in the Syrian war, was him looking back and saying, I really hope you know what you're doing, before the Styrian gate fell.
Yeah.
So, like, I was like, there's so much potential here, and, like, she would have had to face the wrath of one angry coffee man.
A whole angry coffee man.
To be fair, would you want to deal with that? No.
No, I'd be crushed if my barista was mad at me. I don't even have one.
No, I really
Look
didn't
at
even.
scrutiny, like,
I really didn't mind that as much. I really enjoyed the whole thing that came.
The in-character Fallout would have been fun to play through. But
Yeah.
I know the
think
fuck you do not want to start another War of Night. I swear to God, I will fucking quit
no,
right now.
Booby,
I
Booby,
cannot
I
deal with
will
that.
leave. I will leave forever.
I
that
will
was
cry. I will log out. I will lose
That
all of
was-
my positions in the city. No. I don't care if you roleplay with me. I
that
have
was
already
actually
come to the
out
conclusion
of
that I do
character,
not have the-
stressful in a bad way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
no, I
not
was
a
in
good
hell for
time.
months.
That
I
was going
cannot
to
be doing
say
that.
that was a different Aetolia and a different player base, and a lot of people made it very out of character, unfortunately, which made it very difficult for me. So, and I'm obviously tipsy, but I'm very aware of what I'm saying right now. But there was a difference between the in-character parts, which I loved. I loved role-playing the conflict and the frustration and kind of the difficulties of figuring out what was going to work for Duran and my org at the time, and trying to just make it work, figure out what was going to happen, and accepting the consequences of it. But there was the out of character aspect where people were, and unfortunately, I hate to admit this, bullying me and treating me like a secondary person. That I just eventually said, fuck it, let me just let them take over and do their thing, and they can figure out what the fuck to do with it after me. Like, it was too much.
It also drove a very real out of character wedge between me and some people that I considered friends.
Yeah.
Prior to the War of Night, that happened to Ink as well, and Pietre as well. Like, it ruined actual friendships.
Like,
Yeah, it was
okay,
not
okay.
pretty. It was not pretty,
Listen,
unfortunately.
Full disclosure, I could have handled that better, and I did it, and I am ashamed every single day.
It's okay,
I'm
you really-
It brought out some very ugly sides of a lot of people, myself
did.
included. It was
So-
not good. I never want another War of Night.
Yeah,
Right.
and I
So,
think
like-
that was a learning experience for everyone. Was like,
That's
this is
such
the
a nice way
first
to put it,
time.
Like,
Yeah.
It lasted like 8 months.
it lasted like 8 months. It was.
Yeah.
Imagine every single day is an encroaching doom, and you can do nothing about it. Like,
And
it's
people were getting just progressively nastier to you, even within Spine's reach.
Yeah,
Like even within your own city, people are getting progressively more and more and more unkind to you, and you're just getting complained at on all sides.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing to really.
I quit the game for 14 months because of the War of Night.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing to understand. It's like we tried our best. There was definitely some things that were okay at the time, but overall, War of the Night was definitely a nasty time in Aetolia. When we come around to the current event where we had the Monomaki, it was better overall. Definitely the beginning started to give me those feels that we would have another War of the Night situation, and I will admit on several levels that I thought about, oh god, I don't want to deal with another War of the Night. I don't want to be involved with that shit just because of how much it affected me with the bullying and the nastiness that I got at an out of character level. But once it started getting going, and once it definitely got into later phases, the current war that we had, the Monomaki, was overall a much better situation than we had in 2022.
Yeah, the Monomaki actually made me want to play again by the end of it. Like, it has drawn me back into the game rather than the other way around, which is nice. It's nice for that to be the outcome of a world event, because the last one was just so bad.
Yeah, and I love you there, Booby. And honestly, I don't even have that character anymore. I know people asked me, and I was actually asked just a minute ago of why I retired Rihrin. A lot of it was because of just my mental stage, unfortunately.
Well, like,
I had to retire her. It just felt like it was the end of her story, and there was no happiness for me to be found in that character anymore. So I started over, tried to like find happiness somewhere else. So I don't think people would give me shit about it now or grief me now. But there definitely are players like Pietre or Aetolia that would possibly have that issue, unfortunately. But I don't think you two have had that issue, right?
People have not given me any grief since coming back. But there are people it's weird to talk to now.
Yeah.
I feel like, I was put in several positions that I should have been smarter about not being in.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot pretend that I was not complicit in some bullshit. However, I am deeply ashamed of it and should have done better and am actively making sure that I am never in such a position again because it was wrong. It doesn't matter if I was like if somebody else put me there, I'm still a grown adult and I was part of it, so I'd better shape up and actually do right and be sure to do better. So that's why I spend a lot of my time making sure to boost everybody else because, like, I know what I'm built for, and if I'm going to get that stressed out about situations, then I should not be in them, and it's better if other people with better tensile strength actually handle them. No, no, Booby, it's not. No one had nothing to do with it. He's a nice boy. But I appreciate you trying to give me a boost. It may always be Nawan's fault, but it's not in this case.
It's really not. Like, in this particular thing where people say, you know, about the pluses and minuses and about the OOC, you know, pieces of it, I think it was very much a difference between then and now. Like, back in 2022, there was a game that was just 100% different than what we became now.
They had different expectations, different worries, different stresses, and a very different kind of like high strung energy.
Yeah.
That because of a recently retiring director that kind of handed things out unevenly, that people had a very us or them mentality that made them go at each other's throats, and it made it very toxic.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
and that made it very easy to get swept up into a lot of things that made it very easy to be unkind to one another, unfortunately.
Exactly.
And I will always blame myself first for acting like a goddamn fool. So I'm not willing to point fingers at other people. I could have done better and I should have done better, and like the best way that I can do better and make sure it doesn't happen again is make sure I'm not in that position.
Exactly.
So until I actually get some more experience under my belt in this game, because I've only been playing for like 2.5 years, maybe.
They're on an ad, by the way.
What? Oh.
Yeah. Got a minute and some seconds before the ad ends. And he's quick fire with the questions in the chat.
He is more powerful than God.
I think he has the typing skills of me. Like, I type 100 and some words a minute, except when I'm drunk, like right now. But usually I type like 100 words a minute. But he's like amazing.
Oh, we got another sub.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to send a response because I'm not going to remember to send a response. Oh, they subscribed for 3 months. Good Lord. I could do a credit thing next time.
Cool. I'll join in.
Yeah, I figure I'm going to start doing a monthly thing again. See if we can just do a monthly recap, essentially. I think that would be good for the game. Oh, he can still hear us. That's fantastic. So he types 100. Oh, good God. I think you type faster than me. I think I only do like 150 words per minute. So I'm just going to be honest and say, praise be the booby, because I can't.
Praise the booby.
Are you magic?
Booby is magic. We knew that
Booby
already.
is
Magic is magic is booby. Booby is magic.
All right. Okay, ads are back. Well, ads are over, sorry.
As far as you first.
Long story short, I am more than willing to take full accountability for the fact that I was a dumb motherfucker, and because I've only been here for a couple of years, I want to get more experience in actually learning how the game works under my belt before I even come close to thinking about any kind of city leadership beyond what positions I already have. I'm very happy as a Dasan. I'm happy as a chief engineer. I am just bumbling around making buildings and going, aha, yay, art, and applauding and giving people little points and arranging stuff. It is a level of responsibility that I can handle with joy, and I think it's important to, like, to survive in this game, you have to just straight up find where your lines are and stick with them. Like, you can try new things. If you don't like them, don't keep doing them.
Did you just say dick with them? Because I swear that's what I heard.
Stick.
No,
S-T-I-C-K.
I heard
Also,
D-I-C-K.
Marty or Booby being chief engineer, they would have to run the rental applications and stuff and do buildings. And honestly, being chief engineer and in charge of the arts means that I don't have to clear the building project I'm working on with the design of the arts. So it streamlines things in a healthy way.
Yeah.
If only because I don't have to waste time with messages and clarifying anything, because I'll just stand there and go like, this room is for a river environment, and I'm going to put plants in it. So I can have my stupid little bonsai project while making a biology museum.
They're
And
just
later
making
I'll
they're just making the museum from Animal Crossing, honestly.
Basically, yeah, I am being blathers. It's nice.
I think the alcohol's starting to wear off, so I'm probably...
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing and a bad thing. Like, I will not last much longer, but I'm going to keep trying to press on.
As far as the War of Night being a month, it probably would have been rushed. I think it would have been good at maybe like 3 months, because that would... assuming they programmed everything ahead of time. But the problem was a lot of what happened was player-driven. They were not expecting the War of Night to happen, because it started up in the first place because of player decisions. So a lot of it was off the seat of their pants. So a lot of it was player do a thing. Please wait 3 to 5 business days for the result.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that 3 to 5 business days.
They had to code it. They didn't know they were going to have to code it today, but now they have to code it.
Oh, God. It hit me
like,
so, like, it is accurate, though. 3 to 5 business days.
Listen, they put their whole
was...
pussy into it. They were good lovelies.
A lot
Did
of
you
the
just say...
was...
Did you just say whole pussy, though?
Yeah. A lot of the calls that happened was that Spines Reach didn't get any of our quote-unquote special stuff until the very end of the 8 months.
You gotta have a whole pussy. Can't even have a whole pussy. Has to
Listen,
be...
if you're not putting your whole pussy into it, what are you doing? It's like only putting one tit in. Come on.
I couldn't pee myself.
Please
You're
don't.
welcome. Mr. Brogo has the right of it. If you just find on one labia, you ain't trying.
Also, that's
like
gonna be
half-assing
really
it only
uncomfortable in the morning.
What?
It's also gonna be really uncomfortable in the morning.
Is it?
Some people are into that. Oh shit, we have a hype train. Hi!
Who?
Oh, Hype Train.
Hi.
Hello, Hype Train.
Hey, Berg's friend.
So, we are doing an AMA. Who else has questions?
Yeah, ask
Yeah,
me.
by all
Like, at
means.
this point, please take part in asking me whatever the fuck you want to know. I have been around since 2001, so you can really ask me anything.
I've been around since
Unfortunate.
2021, so you can ask about the relative newbie experience for somebody who doesn't play MUDs.
The newbie experience? You're asking me about the newbie experience?
No, me.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Brooks bitches at you plenty. Okay. All right. So you already know what's going on.
He really does. That's why I was saying earlier that we were trying to figure out like the whole regret of a newbie experience, because honestly, the whole academy is just shit. I love that it exists, but it needs such huge improvements to make it actually applicable to the orgs, and like the mirror classes haven't been added properly. So several of them don't give you proper supplies anyways. I forget which one it was
Do they
recently.
not? Probably Void Seer if it's recent.
What was
Well,
that?
and Executor, hun.
Probably Void Seer if it's recent, unless you're
Oh
talking about.
no. I'm
Well,
talking
hi,
about like
Carolyn.
Rune Carver. Honestly, I'm talking months back. Rune
Oh,
Carver, they don't even give them like a staff during it, if I remember correctly. And you would think they would give them a staff so they can go do the whole, let's go and put our thing in the staff, poke at the staff. I'm not thinking of good words anymore. I'm sorry. We're at drunk at the effect now. But you go and you get a staff and you stabby it and you put a thing in it. Embed! There's the word. They don't even do that with the intro. They just let them do their own thing. So half the time we have to go make them buy or get a staff separately. So it's an incomplete process.
So
Not helpful
I
at
am
all.
gonna advocate for the boss people here because they threw their whole ass into making this entire World Eater saga.
Oh,
And
yeah.
are often like plotting things on the fly. So
We got a person.
I know that you are not like coming in to have like criticism or anything like that.
Hi,
It is something
Ulo.
that needs to be fixed. Hey Ulu, what's up? It is something that does need to be fixed. Like a whole lot of things need updating. So this is also the reason that I'm not giving the admin any kind of shit that
Oh, yeah.
Reach has a bunch of Orgrax that are just sitting there waiting, and I'm twiddling my thumbs waiting for it to happen. Because
I would love to
I
get our
know
identity
to get
system.
there, I would desperately like them to get there, but I understand that they have things that need to be addressed, and we'll cope. We'll cope. We're okay. We're gonna be fine.
My best friend needs a roll applied, so I'm going and fixing them now. But to say the least, I'm not saying that the admin aren't making the efforts, and they're not trying. I love the current admin. I love what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
I
lovely.
recognize they are trying their asses off to get things done. And I've put in Orgrex, like you were saying, to try to keep the train going and try to figure out what's missing and whatnot. That's the only one that's frustrated me recently. It's just seeing a bunch of Rune Carver novices that literally aren't getting their equipment, and I want to get rid of the fucking novice chest because it's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh yeah, it needs to be one of two things. It needs to either be gone, or everything in there needs to not decay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, they got rid of the non-decay a long time ago, and I get why. It's a pain in the ass to deal with because it is just absolute bullshit to deal with. But if they're going to get rid of the non-decay, they need to make the chest more useful. So what I have suggested as a separate thing is that instead of having the novice chest, let us have like a sewing NPC that makes clothing for people, because that's the main thing you end up like having to deal with outside of the academy, and just charge it to the city, and then no more novice chests. Like, the novice chest is just bullshit anyway. Like, most people pass academy and then are city rank 1 normal people, so they don't even fucking need it.
Basically, though, I will give this point. I will give a singular point. Yes, the novice chest fucking sucks. But number 2, at the very least, it enforces community within an organization to look after their newcomers so that they are not left adrift. Like, I don't like that it is forced because it's obligatory. They don't have any other options. However, I do think it is a necessary kind of social step to let people know that this is not a game in which you can do everything entirely solo, and you should not try to either. This is a community game. It's okay to ask for things, and it's okay to ask for help. And it is, in fact, crucial that you do so. So, like, on one hand, I appreciate the fact that it accidentally does that. On the other hand, I would personally hate it because it's like, great, now I have to talk to strangers too.
Yes.
Well, that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do an org rec to get completely rid of the org chest or the Nova chest. Because most people hate having to deal with stocking it anyway, and it's a pain in the ass to be bothered, especially since things decay in it. So I put an org rec. I'm still waiting to see what they say. But I'm like, why don't we just have a sewing NPC? It charges the city, and it's fun, it's unique.
We already do with the commodity guys, so we can just...
Now I know what you sound like. Hi, Ulo.
We have what, my sick friend?
Yeah, I'm just being sick. You're good.
But what were you saying? You said we already have what? I'm drunk, so you're gonna have to excuse me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to either type it or say it with your whole chest, because you are.
I'm trying not to laugh, though. I'm not laughing.
I know you were sitting there thinking, put your whole pussy into it. I know that's what you're thinking.
You'd have to use like the NPCs that are like our clothier and our other ones that we have available for like our warehouses and stuff. We could use those mobs and have them introduce them to like commodities and crafts and clothing and stuff like that.
Exactly my idea. Like, instead of having them go to Nova's chest where they're just going to get free random shit that, oh my gosh, it's decaying anyway, they go to an NPC that's already going to do things. And, I mean, it's going to charge it to the city maybe for these first outfits. But then they could be told, hey, this is going to cost you X amount usually to make it. Let's go ahead and make you the item. But then it gives it to you. So you get some custom org, like, type art, not armor. Gosh, I'm so drunk.
But I mean, you could even use your quartermaster to consign the commodities to make this gear, so it's still coming out of what you already have. Like, it's part of like the city's supporting their novices.
Exactly, my wonderful sick friend. So it's taking it from your commodities, it's figuring out what you need, but it's giving novices what they need fresh. Rather than sitting in a damn ass, stagnant, I'm going to just sit there and fucking decay! I'm going to be loud. Chest that does nothing. Rather than getting it made fresh and then it decays after that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. That is actually my sitting org rec. My only, like, really important one that I have right now is, hey, can we just ditch the damn org chest and can we get a Novus NPC that says, hey, I'll make you clothes, and it charges it to the city instead.
Oh, wait. Hold up. I had a fucking brain blast, and it's probably a stupid one, but bear with me.
Okay.
What if part of the novice experience was telling people to, like, go to the production facilities to get these things? Because I had no idea these fucking things existed for, like, at least the first year and a half.
That's what I was kind of talking about, because, like, you go and do, like, your weekly lube quest, or you fight the pirates, and you do that once a week. I do the lube quest all the time because it makes me laugh because you're getting
quest.
Yes.
Really, that's exactly my point. Like, the production quest, nobody pointed me at the mill that was like...
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't even know about the production quest because it didn't exist when I was new. So I was like,
you're old.
I'm old.
For the clothier, you go to a bandit camp and steal their industrial barrel of lube from 5 bandits that are camping out in a cave. I don't know why they have an industrial barrel of lube. But
Who doesn't? Do you not?
You know, maybe I need to invest.
Clearly, you're missing out.
But the pirate one's really fun too. There's a pirate ship one that's super fun, and there's a bunch of fun little quests.
Okay, Allie right now sounds like me, and she's not even tipsy.
I have had 0 alcohol.
Brooks, I have had 2 cups of gin cocktails, and I'm drinking a mudslide. How do you think I'm surviving right now?
I make delicious gin cocktails, I just want to say.
True, they do. They really do.
I don't drink, but I'm certain that you've drank for me, so I'm happy.
Oh, good. Too sober.
Yeah,
I am drinking for everyone. Anyway, so AMA. We don't have any other questions for me.
All right, ask another question. Have a question. Tell us.
I'm an old player. Like I've been playing since 2001.
Adult with the mystics here, with the maiden, mother, and chrome. Like,
which am I?
Lube up to Ulo so no one can catch him.
I am definitely a crone. So, would you use cognition denizens to handle complaints? Because that's what I was going to do if I got regent. No, I would Orgrek that they can submit their complaints in a little box, but first they have to go past, like, a pit of crocodiles or some shit. Like, they have to go into a bin called Beware of the Leopard. You know, they gotta work for it.
Okay, I have a random
balls to come and tell me to my face they have a problem. Then they gotta work for it.
I have a random question because it just came up from Tells, and I've got to ask it.
What's up, babe?
If you can't lay eggs, what would you do if you needed to have somebody that lays eggs?
What?
What? Can you copy and paste that into the chat so that I can actually comprehend the words?
I do not understand what you mean by that.
I mean, I have ovaries. Technically, I'm laying eggs, but they're not going
Okay,
anywhere.
You know, Ulo gets asked if they lay eggs a lot. So.
Does Ulo lay eggs?
Okay,
Does
so
Ulo
No.
Okay.
Okay, well then it doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Okay, let me
you
go.
don't get a free breakfast. I don't know what
Okay, let me go through the series of questions. So, I just had a silly idea of getting the shop, which they're talking about my Durrani shop, to sell a single egg at a time. Okay. So, I just was like, okay, that's cool. And they said, I can't lay eggs, though. So, I'm like, would you want to lay eggs, though? And they responded with, I don't think so. I haven't done it before, so maybe. And I'm just, I don't know what to do with that.
Okay, hold on. Is their character a harpy or a grook or something? Or an Atavian? Or
Atavians do not lay eggs.
Do Orca lay eggs?
Do.
I don't have the mirror artifact. Let me see. AP list mirror.
Do Zorali?
Zorani probably do.
Okay, honestly, I like mining. I like having my stupid little tiny personal dungeon that I can scuttle around in and start beating up animals. If you want a mining buddy, I'll be your mining buddy.
Okay, let me...
Yeah, dramatic. This took a turn because we're talking about egg laying. It's like, okay, what species? Bitch.
Okay, I'm looking at them now. They are actually human, so I don't know what the fuck
I have no answers for you.
You kind of lay eggs, but not good ones. What do you want?
Do you need a cloaca to lay eggs?
We do have science about this. Go talk to Ink.
The chickens sure make a clucking lot of noise when they do it.
Okay, if they have titties, they give live birth. Otherwise, they lay.
That's not true because puppies have tits.
I feel like I might pee myself from laughing so hard. So
why don't you go to the bathroom, babe? I'll fence this one.
Oh my gosh.
My character is dating.
I understand. That's about Listernia. That's about a different game. Never mind.
No, this is Aetolia. This is an Aetolia question.
No. Sysaa, we're talking about stuff in the chat. concerning the
Oh.
determination of eggs for Listernia. If you're about to pee yourself laughing, go use the bathroom and drink some
Okay.
water.
I will BRB. You guys have fun with that discussion.
Okay,
okay.
so in terms of cloaca and egg laying, I think
Why?
that sort of thing goes to harpies, horkfolly, zorali, anything that is not mammalian in nature.
Then I do lay eggs
Zorali
because
are
I'm a
not.
harpy.
You mean Zorani? Zorali are a different thing.
I don't care,
Okay.
but sure, whatever you say. You've been here longer than I have, and I don't give a damn.
So Ulo does lay eggs.
Sure, why not?
Probably. Assuming
I think
that
you get
they
to decide
are.
that.
I'm a
I
harpy.
don't.
All right, I think you get to decide that then.
I want to fire him like a cannon at people, though.
You get to be Yoshi.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh God, this guy came into the Listernia Discord complaining about the boobs on the Dragon Race. He didn't even play the game. Why does he care? Why does
Good
he
for
care?
him.
Some
Movie-
dude who has strong feelings about tits on lizards? I don't know.
What if Booby adopted a rock that he thought was an egg?
It would turn out like that Iguanamouth comic of an alligator hatching a pumpkin with a possum inside.
I believe you.
You have no
I'm
idea what I'm
asking.
talking
No,
about.
I do. I'm asking Booby though. Booby is
Okay.
here.
All right,
I
so
have
we're doing
seen
an
the
AMA
comic.
with Booby?
Yes, Booby. What would happen if Booby adopted a rock that he thinks is an egg?
What am I coming back to?
What if Booby hatches a rock?
He doesn't necessarily need to hatch it. He has a pet rock. What if he thinks it's an egg?
Allie, I believe in him. If anybody could hatch a rock, it's this dude.
He does follow Morale, which is the caretaker. That might happen.
What?
Just
What
draw
the
draw
fuck?
some eyes and a smiley face on it. There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
If anybody could hatch a rock,
Hmm.
it's gonna be Booby.
Booby.
What comes out of it, I don't know. It's a geode. But that's not the point.
Ask me anything's are fun because they're unhinged. You get weird questions.
Yeah, like, eggs, apparently.
Listen, Ulo's my 9th character over 15 years, so I've been in every city. I've led multiple guilds. I've led orders. I've led cities. So
Watson has an excellent
Ooh,
question.
ooh,
If you could spend a weekend in Vegas with any god, dead or alive, who and why? Does it have to be a Varian god, or can I pick one of the Alberi ones?
Well, I'm wondering, since it's an AMA of me, am I answering that or are all of us answering that?
I would
The
only
answer
be
is
you.
Arbelis, but
I think I would want to fucking party with Hilera.
oh, Hilera is an excellent answer.
I'd be in the VIP lounge with Nelim Tavi and putting out my cigarettes on people's heads.
Which is the really boss way. However, like, if I got something wrong, I think she'd kick me out. Hilera would just go like, LOL, that's how it is, and we'd keep partying.
LMAO. Yeah, no, Hilera's a they. It was the Lord and Lady of Luck.
Yeah, I'd want to party with them because one, pretty sure the odds would be in our favor. Number two, they look like they know what they're fucking doing. I'd want to go see Siegfried and Roy if both of them are alive. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
They
that's
are?
actually a really good choice.
Yeah, like, if I'm going to Vegas, of course I'm taking the god and goddess of luck at the same time. Like, come on. Arbelis would go like, hey, why aren't you betting more? Why aren't you betting more? I'm like, bro, I have to have airfare home. What the fuck?
I'm going to be cheesy and it's going to be terrible. And I'm sorry, Brooks. I love you. You can smack me later for it. But I would probably buddy up with Hearn. As much as my character currently follows them, it is mostly because he is a drunk ass that gets off of his ass after he drinks and go drink some more. And that is me tonight. So we would have a party. We would go to Vegas. We would get very, very drunk, and then we would pass the fuck out and not remember what we did, and it would be glorious.
All that heat, though, and his stinky fur.
I don't care about the stinky ass fur. Who cares?
He's adorable, and he's kind of hot.
He is now. Before, when it was Dendara, he was very sickly and kind of pitiful. But now with diarrhea, yeah, he's hot, drunk dad.
I think Capri would be fun.
Capri would be amazing.
Capri would be hilarious. That was my second.
I want to go with Capri. Capri would be super fun. I want to just see what she does to Vegas. Like, I don't even care about gambling. I just want to unleash her upon Vegas and see what happens to it.
We got something in the chat. Magak would be good.
Magak
I've already
would be good, but
Rihrin as a male wife.
listen, Magak would have been good, but he was also like, listen, I was in Spine's Reach when he was around, and he was kind of boring.
I don't know who that bitch is. What?
I think I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest and probably a little bit bitchy to certain players. But it's the same thing that happens when a god has been around for a really fucking long time. Is that they get familiar with very particular players. They really hone a lot of things about very particular players. And that's fine. That's understandable. They've been involved with those player lives for a very long ass time. But it made it so that when Maghack was becoming more prominent again and more like part of the game again, a lot of his previous players were more of his focus. And he wasn't really focusing as much on the newer player base. So when they killed him off, it was more of a thing for the older players that were part of his order and really affected them more than the current player base because of the fact that he hadn't really been prevalent and really hadn't been making that effort with the current people.
To him because there was 3 players he interacted with.
Exactly. Like if Ome had more gap between when they were last playing with players, like actually interacting with them and when they died, it would have been the same situation because a lot of their role play was very hyper focused on a certain player base of players versus when they died, it was just, oh, okay, that's going to affect those particular players. And there wasn't a lot of gap for those players. So it ended up being a larger player base. Compared to by the time of Maghack, it was only like Eleanor and Eleanor and Aguilera that were mostly affected by it because most of the players had already moved on from interacting with them because they didn't really interact with the majority of the game anymore because they hadn't been prominent in the game anymore. So
Mathis would be wowed by Chris Angel. I have also spoken to Mathis and he's very funny. He's very funny. He showed up in the lounge once and we just kind of teased him for a little while and then half convinced him to give Whirran a gong. And then he left.
That's a lot of fun. But
He's very
is
funny.
actually a 25-year-old gym rat. He's adorable.
He's a 25-year-old gym rat who is easily convinced to consider very bad ideas.
But Mathis is taking selfies of his abs in front of mirrors.
Yes, he literally is.
I love you.
Oh, it's ad time. It's ad time.
It's ad time.
I was going to say, my son was just asking when we were going to be finished up. So I may wrap this up after the ad break just because my son wants to do some fireworks stuff.
Oh,
You
yeah,
are
that
a
makes
nice
sense.
parent. That's good shit.
But it's been,
I will
it's
say
been so
one
much
last
fun.
thing about Magak. I mean, he was fine, but he just kind of reminds me of Giovanni from Pokemon. So I could really never take him seriously. He just kind of had that vibe.
Listen, you can never take gods in this game seriously. Just look at them all for the lizards that they are.
I mean, some of them I can take slightly more seriously than others because they are clearly having fun with themselves as opposed to desperately trying to be taken seriously.
Precisely, exactly. Like,
I literally worship a dish rag that was left in the freezer.
Amazing. Like, I take the ones that are clearly just having so much fun doing a bit more seriously than the ones that are like, I am a serious person and you should take me seriously. I'm like,
Yeah, that is some Charlie Chaplin-esque shit. It's like there's nothing funnier than the guy who's trying to be serious. And it's true.
it is true.
Anyway, the
Anyways,
ads are over.
The ads are
Enough.
over. And I want to just say real quick, and I know I'm still fairly tipsy sounding, so I don't apologize for that. That was the whole point of DRUNKTOLIA tonight, was for me to actually get drunk for once and show you all what drunk me would be like. But I appreciate you all coming, hanging out, and all that. But my wonderful, wonderful 8-year-old son is asking to do some fireworks stuff. So we're going to go do that and hang out and start getting ready to preparing for the New Year's Eve here. It is almost 9:30 here Eastern time. So it's about time to start partying in our own very, very safe, yes, booby, very safe way. But I just want to ask, are there any closing thoughts that you all would like to share for the new year and for the coming, part of the game that we're going to be having before we close out for tonight?
Let's do this again in a month with slightly less alcohol.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I can't make any promises. There is always alcohol happening to happen.
Happening to happen. Very
Things
good.
happen. More alcohol, you say? Well, if you can day drinking, then I can certainly do that.
Set war cry. There's always alcohol happening to happen.
If
yeah,
you
brother.
do that, I will transfer you 5 credits. Right now.
I don't need credits. You're good.
I don't need them, but I'll use them. I've got a
I
house
know.
build.
I know.
I don't even know what to buy right now. I'm sitting on too many.
It should be the subtitle of this stream. Alcohol. It's happening to happen.
That's
Any
the new
other
tagline, baby.
yeah, exactly. That was a new tagline. Is there alcohol's happening to happen? Is there any other closing thoughts from you all before I close this out for 2023?
Well, this was fun, and I should draw more art for you to circulate.
Yes, you should.
Yes, I should.
Yes, you should. 100%.
It was fun hanging out with you guys, too.
Booby, you should listen to the recording of this stream, because we did just have a 20-minute tangent where we talked about how much we love you.
Better artifact horror. Very nice. Yes, very good. It was lovely bringing in most of the new year with you. And next year, we're going to have just so much more fun together as a group. I look forward to it.
Yeah, so, yeah, thank you all for coming. It really has been a blast. I appreciate every single one of you coming and trying to keep me from getting too drunk, but I couldn't resist. I don't get this drunk normally, so I had to just roll with it. But I appreciate you putting up with me being this drunk. And yes, there will be a recording. I will share it. I may try to Spotify it as well. I can't decide yet. I can't remember if that has a price, but I'll figure it out. Regardless, we will try to do this again in about a month. See if we can get this on a monthly cadence again. But yeah, have a happy new year. If it's early your new year, go get some fucking sleep. And we'll see you when you have some rest and when we are not drunk, hopefully. And we'll all have a good new year. Thank you all so much for your time. And yeah, just have a good one. Take care, everybody.
Looking forward to another year with all of you lovelies.
Toodaloo. Have a happy new year.
And when and as Ulo puts there, Broke says there, when you have some breasts, we'll do some mammograms. So I don't even know what I'm doing with that anymore.
We'll talk about our eggs and
mammogram.
our mammograms.
We'll
Wait,
talk
what?
about the problem in our mammaries. We'll have some calamity in our mammaries next time we talk.
We'll do something.
Listen, with
Oh,
Lexidron
Lord.
never wearing any clothes, she is clearly Lady Mammary. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Bye.